camera.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Misty Mountain Streaming. I'm the D&D-Wannabe. My name is Rob, and it's back to Miskatonic Misadventure this happy little Monday. Hope you are well. We are well. We are here again, and for the last time for the near future, at the very least. We have summer obligations. Everyone's schedule changes by job or by family or by school for the next several months. And we want to be able to enjoy the season without feeling pressured to come and do this when this is something that we do for fun. So we're taking a break for a few weeks, but we're going to try and get us to an exciting climax this evening nonetheless. T.O. Holdren is already here. So early, he says. Hello, how's it going, buddy? I have decided to turn the lights off in my room to try and make things a little bit spookier. But if it's really hard to see me, let me know. I'll turn something on. We have a couple of other quick announcements besides the ending of this stream for the time being. But first, let's say hello to everyone again. Let's start today with Brian. Hey, Brian.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Brian. I've been playing games for a very long time. And today, I'm using... Oh, my dice are not jingling. Well, anyway, let's see if my chroma key works on this. I'm using some hollow dice.
Ah, you got the iridescent ones.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, they definitely throw quite a bit of color out.
As does your shirt.
And
they are also pink and blue and other fascinating colors.
again, I gotta figure out how to stop with the chroma key stuff because the writing is supposed to be green on these, and I don't know how to switch that off because I'm technologically incompetent. But this is the Cheshire Cat shirt with the "We're all mad down here" label on it, which I guess is fitting.
I was going to say, I feel like you wore that on purpose, and if so, well done. And if not, what a happy coinky-dink, as my mom would say. Glad you're here, Brian. Next up, Mike.
Hey, I'm Mike Diggy, Uncle Mike, whatever you want to call me. I've been playing these games forever. Don't get to play Cthulhu except with these crazy people, so I always look forward to it. And I don't think I have much else to say. I'm ready to get into this one and see. I'm assuming somebody will go crazy, somebody will die, and someone will walk through the portal and join the Mythos cloud. And that's a good Cthulhu game if it happens.
That's just about like we had it at the end of the last game.
That's a perfect game as far as I'm concerned. I don't think anybody died, but you had several people who, like Ellie, who knew what had happened, but no one else did. So they were caught in that near insane isolation of no one believing the truth, which is perfect Cthulhu.
Well, speaking of Katie, we also have Katie.
Hello, I'm Katie. I'm here playing Ellie and or Hannah Cooper, depending on when you got here. I'm also Ominous Watermelon. And yeah, I also don't have much to say. I'm ready to do this thing. Let's go find Cthulhu.
Oh man, is Cthulhu supposed to be in this? I have to go back and change this.
Cthulhu won't fit in this cave, y'all.
Or his companions.
All right, it gets.
Cthulhu has been transformed into a hamster.
The cave is bigger on the inside. But yeah.
All right, I've got him right here behind me.
Announcement-wise, just real quick thank yous to everyone who tuned in to our impromptu Mother's Day Fallout Shelter stream. Got people named after them and watched me accidentally allow very dear friends of mine to die. We unlocked a hype train on a level 2 hype train on a stream that we did for the shits and giggles, which was awesome. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out and supporting the show. It's worth saying that if you are new here or watching this for the first time, we are Misty Mountain Streaming. We and other creators here on our little corner of the internet like to tell and experience great stories, and our favorite way to do that is by playing tabletop role-playing games like Call of Cthulhu. and other ones that you might have heard of, and a couple that maybe you haven't. We are an 18+ stream on this channel. This is meant to be in the horror genre, and we are all adults. We have discussed the things that we are comfortable and uncomfortable with, but we don't have the ability to discuss those things with you. So we encourage you to view at your own discretion. And I think that kind of wraps it up.
We're getting good at this.
Yeah. trying to expedite. Sometimes if I'm nervous about beginning the game, I linger in the announcements. I wonder if that comes across or not.
You're fine.
Let's get started, shall we? Hannah Cooper, or Ellie Walker, depending on who you ask, Travis Cole, and Brad Xavier, or Dr. Vargas, depending on who you ask, all have descended into a tunnel on the other half of the planet from the places they call home. A crevice in the caves. They follow downward in pursuit of Alvin Barlowe, a man who, while initially their ally, has earned their ire, and who they have come all the way across the planet to prevent finding the halves of the Key of Solomon, a text that details instructions and protections for the summoning of demons, as Solomon understood them. Our investigators may know better. Regardless, you had help for a moment in reaching this place, in the form of Francis Boyle, a acquaintance from back in the day in a previous adventure, revealed to be a snake person, serpent folk, from underneath the earth's crust, trying to prevent the aims of Nyarlathotep and his agents. But here you are quite alone, or you were, passing for hours and hours down in the dark, guided by torches, lanterns, and supernatural eyesight, into the company of a veritable swarm of demon hamsters. Mike, I think this falls to you. Could you describe the physiology of an individual demon hamster as we begin to multiply this by the hundreds in our minds?
I feel like I'm being punished for a moment of inebriated creativity.
Rewarded.
10
Rewarded.
games. Did I not say rewarded? I certainly was thinking rewarded. So, this is a hamster. Everybody knows what a hamster looks like. Except it's probably more the size of a gerbil. It's got racing stripes. The really dangerous ones have more of like a lightning bolt pattern. They have protruding lower incisors, like an orc would. And of course their eyes glow red in the dark. It's easy to spot how many you're up against if they are not sleeping. And of course retractable claws.
I like this.
Because retractable claws are important.
Yeah.
I don't know if you will have time in the heat of battle to distinguish between racing stripes and lightning bolts, but it is worth noting. You will tell the difference.
I thought you were going to ask Katie if she had time to draw one real quickly.
Katie, do you have time to draw one real quickly?
I mean, maybe.
Just like a classroom doodle.
Yeah, give me a second.
Oh, wow, we're taking requests. This is good.
This is your life when you reveal to anyone that you have any measure of artistic talent. They just start asking you to do stuff, I believe. I wouldn't know personally from experience. All right, well, this is the bad part about turning off the lights in the room is suddenly I can't find things. There we go.
Well, and your focus is going haywire too. It's settling down now. Yeah.
Yeah, fortunately on stream it's a little bit better. It just can't decide if I'm green or blue or white.
Oh, gotcha. I'm looking at the Discord.
Yeah, Discord has the crummier of my two cameras, even though they are theoretically the same. Alright, well I have Demon Hamster stats here. So why don't we all do the thing that Cthulhu doesn't want you to do, but that I want us to do, and roll for our initiative, please.
Yes. This is what ensures that I go last. Actually, I mean, it gives me a chance, which by the rules, I wouldn't have one.
And you guys have so much luck. So much luck. We should roll for luck.
Yeah.
Is anyone missing luck?
I don't even need to check. I didn't use any last
I've got
week.
93,
No.
so I'm assuming whatever I roll, I'm going to end up at 99.
I think that's
Yeah,
the case.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're going to add 5. The least you can get is 6.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm just going to roll that, and I ended up getting 14. So I'm at 99.
We need to remember that in addition to what we always use luck for, you can use it to adjust a fumble or a malfunction with a weapon. You have the sanity cost when he starts taking sanity from you. I should have done that every time I lost sanity, and I'd be in much better shape. You can use it to avoid unconsciousness, to get hit points back, and to avoid death. You can also change, a failure to a success, but you can also change a success to a better success, which, if we're getting into combat, is something to remember.
It's been a while since we rolled initiative in this game. Is it a percentile?
Yes, so what I would like you to do, it has been a while, thank you. I would like you to roll your dexterity, just your dexterity.
Okay.
And let me know what level of success you achieve.
Okay, I have an extreme success. I rolled a 13, and I got a high dexterity.
Okay.
I think for the first time since the war, Travis has succeeded at a normal success on a dex check.
And I'm guessing Hannah is somewhere in between.
Yeah, I got a 36, so that's a hard success for me.
There you go. Normal, hard, extreme.
And I, for the Demon Hamsters, failed with a 98.
Oh, wow.
All right.
That is my worst
That's
roll
we can-
this game. This whole
So we
Probably a
game.
good time to do it. But if their
So we
dex
can each
is
kill one
less than
hamster.
50, maybe we get a free round or something on them.
Their dex is not less than 50.
I wouldn't have
In
thought
fact,
so.
a 98 for a demon hamster barely fails at all. If that we didn't roll, they would be going first. But we did roll, and Brad, you are the first to respond. So, this is as non-tactical an encounter as I can possibly try and describe to you. You look up, demon hamsters. Left, demon hamsters. Right, demon hamsters. Down, crawling at your feet and trying to run up your pants legs. Demon hamsters. So, you are just welcome to say you are doing whatever, and we're going to try and thin the herd, scare them off, blow them up, entertain me.
We are in. Okay, so we're in a cavern. How high is the ceiling of this cavern?
Somewhere between 15 and 20 feet.
Okay. Is there? Does it look? How do I put this? Does it look collapsible? Like, are there loose chunks that if I fired shots up to the ceiling, I could get a partial collapse that might smash some demon hamsters?
So you are in a more tunnel than cavern.
Okay.
But
So there's not
fairly-
a lot of loose rock formations, stuff like that.
somewhat, but you're not just littered with stalactites and other things like that. If
Got
you
it.
brought something down, you would be probably bringing quite a lot down. And a bullet or two is probably not the way to make it happen.
Got it. It was a thought.
It is?
Okay, so
Did we
I am
roll
going
sanity
to-
for demon hamsters?
I don't believe we did.
We did
No,
not.
we did not.
Why don't we go ahead and get sanity for demon hamsters in?
Okay.
I don't get a bonus for having a demon hamster killing bat, I suppose.
You know, there
I
is
have
a
it.
mechanic in
That's
Pulp
right, you have it.
for facing things that you have
Familiarity.
faced before.
Yeah.
I forget exactly how it works, but let's manifest
Well,
that for
basically,
Travis as a
It
bonus.
lessens the amount of sanity you can lose by 1 every time you encounter them in a short period of time. Since mine was off screen, I probably wouldn't give me any bonus, but I've tried to tell everybody, and this will be the case when you play my game too. You should always try to get a bonus. Always try to talk the keeper into a bonus.
You gave us demon hamsters. Demon hamsters didn't exist before you said anything. You gave us a wonderful description. Somewhere in all of that, I think you've earned a bonus die. Besides, I think you're probably going to fail even with the bonus die, so...
Well, actually, I just rolled a 17 against a 35.
Ooh!
So, and my bonus die is another 17. So I got double 17.
Well, I'm glad to have those ones out of the way.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
No sanity loss for Travis, then.
despite being the sanest person in the party, I have failed with a 97
A 97.
against a 79.
So, an individual demon hamster, you would be rolling that, let's see. If it was no, we're not going to do that. Roll a d6 for your sanity loss, please.
Alrighty.
Katie, how'd it go?
I have failed.
Would you like to roll a d6, please?
I will remind you guys, you can lose luck to lessen the sanity loss if you happen to roll a lot.
Yes,
I wish
lose.
someone had reminded me of that 10 times.
I rolled a 3.
All right. 3 sanity loss for Hannah.
And I've got a 4 sanity loss.
All right.
Put you on the chart.
Was about to say, I think
Oh, no, it's 5 or more. It's 5 or more.
we have run this entire game and not given Brad the opportunity to roleplay being insane, really, or get himself an insane talent or anything like that. So that's the goal of this evening, is to give Brian the opportunity to play the same game we're playing.
Considering I got eaten by a Shoggoth.
I know.
I think at some point.
Somewhere in there, you'd think you'd go a little loopy, but no, you're
Just a
hanging
bit.
on to it.
As a reminder, I'm temporarily insane for 1d10 hours, and I don't know what the 1d10 result was. So
that explains that number in my notebook. That's based on how long you've been walking in the dark, that has been eclipsed, Mike.
okay.
I uploaded a drawing of a demon hamster for you, by the way.
Oh, in what? In Discord?
In our Discord, that's great. So this is the
Oh, that is spectacular.
hyper dangerous lightning bolt demon hamster.
I feel very powerful that I can just say things and then it's produced.
Excellent.
I'm not liking the look in that thing's eyes.
No. The glowing red eyes may have been a mistake
I
on
can
my
see where the
part.
sanity loss came from.
I'm not liking the look of its anything, frankly, but I'm glad it's here. All right, so you lost 4 or less, and you guys haven't gone crazy today yet, so I think you just lose the sanity for the time being.
Yeah, I think that's
Got
right.
it.
But keep up with how much,
Total,
like
we've
keep
lost.
a little separate little tally going, because when you get to that threshold,
Then
Yeah.
things you get into a insanity spiral.
Yeah, that technically puts me at 6 for the day.
Holdren also
think,
wants to
yeah.
draw demon hamsters. Holdren, I'm glad you're here with us, man. You've been along for the whole ride. It wouldn't feel right to do this without you.
Both games he's been along for.
I know, yeah.
Mhm.
He knows all of it.
When I stop running Cthulhu, we'll lose Holdren, and it'll be a great, devastating blow to the community.
Well, hopefully he can come back when we resume.
Yeah. All right. Well. So I interrupted your turn there, Brad. See if I could drive anyone crazy, and I failed. But try again. They say.
not for lack of trying.
So yes, what is your response to this situation?
I'm assuming we just have masses of hamsters, so I am going to fire 3 shots into the mass of hamsters, hoping to scare them off, or at least blow a few up.
I like it. You can go ahead and roll the attacks. This is with which gun?
with my 45.
Okay.
Now, because I'm firing 3 shots, that's a penalty die, right?
On every shot.
On every shot.
Yep.
Okay, my first shot is going to be. I missed my penalty shot, prevented my 06, but I got a 46. So that's going to be a hit, a standard hit. My second shot. Oh, this one is another good one, depending on what my penalty shot does. No, that's going to be a 34, so still a hit.
Excellent.
I've missed on 2 criticals, and now I get a 13 before the penalty. And a 93 with the penalty. So the last shot missed altogether. But I got 2 hits in there.
Awesome. So, I'm pretty sure this is how we're going to do it. These things have 4 hit points. I don't think you are capable of rolling less than 4 hit points.
Technically, he could do 3, but it would be very unlikely. It's a D10 plus 2 for the weapon.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and just roll those both shots up, see what I come up with. One of them does 4 points of damage. The other one does 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Question, though. Did the bullet go through one hamster and into another one?
That's what I was thinking. I think there's enough to give you the cool points of that, probably, right?
Do you underestimate the hardy hide of a demon hamster? Yeah, why not? Yeah, so you...
Cool. So exploding hamster parts everywhere.
You plug 3 shots into the mess of hamsters that are running around. Normally speaking, the way these things are written, you would be having penalty dice to shoot one that's on the run, and they're all on the run. But there's so stinking many of them that we're just waving that.
Hamster flesh.
You actually managed to shoot into a gap you have created by firing your previous shot. Only reason you miss in this fishing with dynamite scenario. But you think 2 to 4 hamsters met their ends thanks to those 2 bullets that you just fired. And that is a drop in the ocean of hamsters coming your way.
So with a quavering voice from my 4 sanity loss, I scream, "Take that!"
Your response is the chittering and gnashing of tiny teeth.
Technically, for the 4th loss, he should have had an involuntary reaction if you care to enforce it. That's entirely up to you.
I was just thinking that, and I think the thing I would have had him done is just pull the trigger in a panic and fire multiple times, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So I can't be mad. Lord Richter in the chat. How do you know how to spell Brian properly? I can't take credit. That was Brian's parents doing. Welcome. Next up is Hannah.
Okay, well, I've once again been entrusted with a bat that has previously been referred to as the demon hamster killing bat. So I will go forward and start playing Whack-A-Hamster.
Very good.
Carry on, my wayward son.
Are they kind of spilling out of like the tunnels and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to creatively whack a hamster in such a way to where maybe it kind of like makes it harder to come out of the tunnels I'm hitting. Does that make any sense? Like maybe knock a few chunks off of the tunnel opening and close it up a little bit.
Oh, I thought you were just trying to kill one in the hole.
Oh yeah, yeah. If I kill it in the hole, I'm gonna like stuff its body further in the hole. You know what I'm saying?
All right. All right. So
yeah, plug the hole.
You run up and plug the hole. You ram it in. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just yeah.
Yep. I'm imagining it vividly. Go ahead and roll to hit with the demon hamster bat.
Okay. Well, that's the D6.
So this will be your brawl, unless you have a more relevant skill.
There is not one. It's brawl.
Yeah, I don't think I really have a more relevant skill. So let's see.
I charm the demon hamsters with the bat. I pet them very hard with the bat.
It glows blue like Frodo's sword.
I was going to draw the comparison here in a moment.
Yeah.
Thank you for Thank you for queuing that up.
Amazing. So I got a regular success overall.
Regular success. Do you have a damage bonus?
I do. It's plus a D4.
Okay, so you are also probably unlikely to fail to kill a demon hamster with the demon hamster bat.
Yeah.
Did you say you got an extreme success?
No, just regular.
Oh, okay.
I think with the demon hamster bat, there is no need to roll damage. This thing has been tuned to the death of demon hamsters from its storied...
It auto crits.
It's fabled outing with Travis once upon a time. Alright, just doing the one swing, or you...
As
You're
many
just
swings
ramming
as
it
I
down in
can
there?
do in a round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Optimum demon hamster killing.
So you ram this down into this shaft, this tunnel, disappearing out of sight and out of mind. And there's this flash of red light, and this gust of wind like comes out of the tunnel and hits you in the face, and it is warm and fetid. And
Ew.
you hear squeals from within the tunnel. And much like when Gandalf gets Glamdring out in front of all the goblins in Moria, and they start screaming about foe beater, and there's a reaction from the horde. They know this weapon. They know the ones that wield it. They know to fear them and to hate them.
Foe beater? Pretty sure it's foe
That's
hammer.
right.
Well, there was foe hammer, and what was Thorin's
And the-
sword
and-
that
and
was
the
something
goblin
beater?
cleaver. It was the
Goblin
goblin
cleaver.
cleaver.
There we go. What it beater and biter? What am I thinking of? Oh well, you know what I mean. We got the reference. But yes, there is attention on Hannah wielding this weapon, whether it is to avoid or to bring it down, remains to be seen, and has to wait until after Travis's turn.
So Travis, still lamenting that he has yet to get to use this awesome sword that he has, does not think that this is the case to use it either. When you have a shotgun in a room full of hamsters, a sword doesn't seem like the right choice.
What a quote.
Alright, is that the third or fourth t-shirt we get out of this?
Yeah, exactly. So somehow from under my bomber jacket appears the 12 gauge, and I'll aim it into the meatiest section and let both barrels go.
So into the median of the meatiest section.
Yes. Let's see if I can hit with this thing. It is not, as I say, my best skill. A 91 isn't going to hit, but it also is not a fumble. It would take half of my luck to make that hit, so I'll just miss.
All right. This takes you back a little bit to the first demon hamster encounter. Maybe you pulled a gun on it before you resorted to the child's baseball bat in the room there.
Yeah.
Perhaps
No time to
shotguns are not the way to
reload
go.
that.
That's it. It was upon you then. All right. Well, I guess you're welcome to unload both barrels. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. It's up to you. Just how much
Yeah, go
damage
ahead.
you want to do.
All right. So that brings us to the demon hamsters.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's saying that. I'm sorry. I'm reading this. It's 2 shots to
Okay.
unload both. So hang on. Let me get another shot. I mean, I don't know that how much it matters, but also a miss this time by less. I'll let this one hit. Well, this gives you luck. I need 10 luck to hit. Let's use my elder sign. That's
There we
exactly
go.
how much I need for a hit.
We have not had such a judicious use of the elder sign thus far.
That's certainly my most economic or whatever the word is use of it. So it will take, let's see, am I within 10 yards of this thing?
Yes.
Well, then it's going to take a lot of damage in an area. 9, 10, 11. So 13 points of damage in a spread.
All right. I'm going to let you take one out for every 4 you dealt there.
All right, so I got 3.
Very nice. All right. A little extra light in the darkness as the flare of the shotgun goes off. Illuminates farther down the tunnel than any but Travis can see unassisted. And the walls just seem alive, moving, writhing, these little furry bodies making up the floor and the ceiling and the walls of the tunnel. You get the sense that there is no going forward. Not with all this in the way. But the good news is they're moving towards you. The demon hamsters swarm. They try and get down in your boots. They dive at your eyes. They try and run up pants legs and begin to try to nibble and gnaw. And I'm going to take a couple of attacks on Hannah. Take a couple of attacks on the boys as well. Just to represent the horde that has pressed in upon you.
There is no reason for me to dodge, because I'm no good at it.
That is the thing. You can choose to fight back or dodge or something. These are melee attacks that are coming at you.
I would just tell me when it's me. I'll be fighting back.
Let's do this in the order that you got to act. So let's do Brad first. What is your response when demon hamsters throw themselves bodily and fangs first at your person?
The only thing I really know how to do is throw fists out in random directions, trying to keep them off of me.
You can dodge as well, just so you know, and I think you're good at it.
Would I be
No.
able to dodge a swarm of hamsters like that?
So, yes, you can dodge the first one. And then they get to basically dogpile on you. And your ability to respond and defend yourself is weakened.
By how much? I mean, what are we talking?
So this is the first time we're interacting with these mechanics. I forget the term in Cthulhu for being outnumbered. But it is...
let me see here. I've got the thing here.
Make attack roll, close combat, outnumbered. It's on 108. Things that have more than one... Okay. When you're outnumbered by the opposition, you're at a disadvantage. Once you have either fought back or dodged in the present combat round, all subsequent melee attacks are made with a bonus die. Only melee attacks, though.
Okay, well, I don't think swinging is going to help much, so I might as well try to dodge.
Okay, works for me. If you would, go ahead and roll your dodge. You need to be equally successful as the thing attacking you to successfully dodge.
Got it. And that is going to be a hard success.
A hard success. I have also achieved a hard success. And I think I will burn a few points of luck to win. I happen to have 42 left over from last game. And I'm just going to buy that down with 6 to an extreme success. But you were also going to able to use luck, and I will not use it after you have used it.
I likewise will spend 15 luck out of my 99 to bring myself to an extreme success.
Excellent. I will take the
Giving-
surplus
giving
of
him
luck.
15 luck, yes.
But I don't get to hurt you. All right.
But I'm assuming there are subsequent attacks coming.
Yep, I have one extra for you. And it comes out to be just a regular success, even with the bonus die. And with that, you will take D4 plus damage bonus, but this thing has no damage bonus. It actually has a negative damage bonus. Alright. All these things swarming all over you, you are trying your best to get them off of you and to jump back and clean them off your clothes before they really make purchase. You are going to take 1 point of damage.
Okay. I was thinking about using my tough guy feat, but not for 1 point. I will suffer the consequences.
So what I will say, and everyone watches this happen to Brad first, as it could potentially inform future turns. When the demon hamster latches on with its teeth, it sinks those retractable claws in and starts trying to tunnel into his body. And this is a very large creature trying to hollow out a large piece of Brad's arm to make a home for itself inside of him. It is going to deal its damage for free on subsequent turns unless it is removed.
Okay, so if I was to use my tough guy feat to eliminate that 1 point of damage, would it grab that purchase?
That is a fair question. Since it hits, I think this is, let's see. Let me just read it real quick. When the attack succeeds, it keeps biting. It has nothing to do with whether or not you take damage.
That has nothing to do with damage. Got it.
And you suspect that just ripping this thing off of you would also hurt with the purchase it's got on you now. Alright, we got the same thing coming to Hannah. Hannah, you are wielding the demon hamster slaying bat. You have extra attention. So I'm going to attack you 3 times.
Okay.
But I'm attacking you with a penalty die, because everything that's attacking you is also kind of scared of you.
Good.
You can dodge, fight back, or just stand there and get eaten by hamsters.
I think it's in my best interest to dodge.
Okay. So roll your dodge. We're looking for what level of success you achieve.
Okay. That is a regular level of success.
Okay. I failed my roll with the penalty die, so you actually successfully dodged this. No luck, no problem. But that is not the only demon hamster that is trying to attack you. 2 others are coming, and their bonus dice for outnumbering you and their penalty dice for being scared of you balance out. So I got 2 straight rolls headed your way. Ooh, that is... Neither of those are hits, but I'm going to turn them both into them. And it's going to cost me 36 luck to do it.
Oh, good. That sounds like a lot of your luck.
It is.
You can immediately regain 1d6 hit points, guys, by spending 20 luck, if that becomes a thing you think is a good idea to do.
Okay. Good to know.
Alright, one of them is going to latch onto you and start burrowing in, but really, that one's not hurting you yet. It grabbed onto that, the leather boot that you're wearing and is having more difficulty chewing through that than your flesh. Another one kind of gets onto your hip and starts chewing into your waist, and that one's going to deal 2 points of damage to you. but you do have 2 of these suckers latched onto you now.
Okay.
And Travis, you're fighting back.
I am. I'm just going to use the butt of the... I wish I had my sword in my hand, but I don't, so I'll use the butt of the shotgun as a club.
Works for me. I got...
I think I have to beat them.
That's going to be hard. I got an aught 5.
Huh, that is going to be hard, but I'll roll it. I mean...
It's going to be extreme,
possible,
to be
right?
specific.
I need a 10 or less to be extreme. I got a 20. So I cannot... I would have to have critical to beat them on a fight back, actually. So there's no point. That's a nice 20.
Yeah.
But which is would have been a super hit, but no. Bring it on.
Now, an extreme success is not
It's an extreme
piercing.
Success. So what it does... Is this piercing or
it's not an
bludgeoning?
impaling strike. This is piercing.
Okay, so it does maximum damage plus you roll the base damage die on top of it.
All right, so the maximum of 4 plus my 1 minus 2 for a shitty damage bonus. So that's 3 points of damage from the first one.
And technically, I intentionally am wearing this bomber jacket. So the lazy way is just to say it takes off a point. The fun way is to roll and see where it hit me on the little chart that's in front of me and see if it hit me in the bomber jacket. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So roll a d20. I'm looking at the chart.
D20. I got a 6.
6 is in the left leg. I have no bomber jacket there, so I took 3 points.
Lord Richter...
Gotta get a bigger bomber jacket.
So you need a duster.
Yes.
Lord Richter, you can use channel points to buy advantages for the players. You cannot directly screw with me. You can help me or you can help them. No screwing, unfortunately. In spite of everything we say on this stream. Alright, you still have another rat thing with a bonus die diving at you, Travis. Maybe it'll hit you in the bomber jacket. That is, with a bonus die, that is not a 64, that is an aught 4, so that is another impaling strike for Travis.
Okay.
This one is 1 point more, so 4 points of damage.
Okay. Where does he hit me?
He hits you in the 10.
The 10 is in the abdomen, so he got a little bit of jacket, and I'll take another 3 points.
And that is 2 there. Alright. That is all that I care to do for the demon hamsters. I would like each of you to roll... let's see.
I'll mention while you're looking at what that is. Keep up with how many bullets you've shot out of your guns, because it takes a combat round to put 2 bullets in.
Okay.
Something to keep up with.
I would like you each to roll your... What is the most appropriate thing here?
Pilot aircraft.
That's the one.
I mean, if it is, I'll probably do
Actually,
well, is all I'm saying.
No, we haven't... Sorry, I miscalculated my my milestone. We haven't quite got there yet.
Right.
Alright, we are back up to the top to Brad Xavier.
Okay. There's one attached to my arm, right?
Yes.
Since it is attached, I'm going to shove my gun into the side of its body and blow it off my arm.
You
I want
know,
to get that angle right.
that works.
I love that. That is very cinematic.
Let's just, let's give you a bonus die to that. That is
Awesome.
The pointest blank of point blank range.
And that, I don't think I'm going to need that bonus die. Nope, I got an 05, so that is an extreme success.
That's a good thing to roll, I hear. Extreme success. All right.
That's max.
Let's see. I don't think it's... I'm not going to give it the opportunity to dodge. It is busy trying to make its home inside of you.
Very Trinity in the Matrix. Dodge this.
You're going to blow... Since that was an extreme success, you said?
Yes.
All right, you blow through it, and there's... The teeth are still in you. The rest of it's gone. And your
you have a souvenir.
bullet takes out another one on the ground. That puts your body count up to...
Up to 3.
There was 3. Well, you technically hit 3, but you...
One of my bullets took out 2. So yeah, I've taken out 4.
There you go. I'm keeping track of the body count here. All right. Are you still shooting?
Yeah, if I can get another shot off, I will.
Yeah, let's see. I should have asked that first, and that should have given you a penalty die to the previous one. If you're content with...
You know what? I'll hold off. I'll hold off because I like the 05, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You do have a recently purchased Lucky. Your Elder Sign is back, by the way.
Oh, awesome.
All right, to Hannah. Just ramming that bat in the hole.
Yep. I'm moving on to the next hole that needs to be filled.
Yeah, that's right. You can't just spend all the time on one. You gotta...
Yeah.
Right.
One hole seems to be successfully plugged. I will move over to the next one.
I'm not going to top that. Go on.
No, I was looking at Rob. I could hear him thinking, "How am I going to improve upon that comment?" And I saw him not come up with anything.
I am so predictable.
Okay, so yeah, I'll be doing that. Let's see what I roll. Okay, not bad. Let's see. Once again, skirting in on a regular success on my brawl.
Okay. It's not like these things have anywhere to go. Once again, that wind comes out. That flash of red light. There's something happening down there in the tunnel that you are ramming this into that you're not seeing, but it is having some effect down there.
Mm-hmm.
You
there's a hamster plumbing issue.
You notice, by the way, that there are no hamsters pouring out of the hole that you have abandoned.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thought maybe they would just come pouring out once you moved on. They are not.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't stop doing it.
Or if it is broke, please continue breaking it.
Yeah, that's the goal.
If
also,
you would,
Mike, I shared a little hamster t-shirt design for you in the chat too.
would you make a... We don't do idea rolls very often in this game. Would you... I would like to call upon an idea roll from you, please.
Oh, that's spectacular, Katie. That is awesome.
Remind me, do I roll that with intelligence or education?
It should say idea next to it.
I think an idea is a...
Oh, intelligence.
It's an intelligence roll, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Education is no. Okay. See what we get. Let's see. I got a 43, so that's a regular success.
Regular success. What you have identified from your past 2 turns of actions is that there is some sort of a non-physical effect that the bat is having on the demon hamsters when you are using it in this way.
Interesting.
Okay.
There is... Everybody gets the Master Sword in the old Legend of Zelda games and realize, I shoot a beam! And you think you are having a similar effect down these tunnels. You are damaging hamsters that you are not touching. and you are applying this as a
Okay.
piercing weapon. You could also apply this as a slashing weapon.
Noted. Okay. Okay.
I feel like you ought to take a minute and just recognize that you'll never say you're damaging hamsters that you aren't touching ever again in your life.
Yeah. This is really a peak moment for me. Listen, I've had
There
hamsters
is-
in real life, and those
I mean, I
things
feel
are
like that's not going to
insane.
come up again.
No.
There is something about Cthulhu. Like, I know I say some weird stuff in D&D, but there's something about this game, it being just a little bit more realistic, that really does make you say some shit. Anyway. Yeah, you think it might be better to apply this as an arc than a beam.
Okay.
Neat.
Gotcha.
You have protection from hamster.
That is Hannah's turn. Your tally's up to 4, and comfortably sitting with a head count of 3 already is Travis and his shotgun.
Well, Travis's shotgun is empty now, and he's not going to spend the round reloading it. So finally, I will whip out the sword out of the sword cane. Are there hamsters attached to anyone still?
To everyone, there are hamsters attached. Brad has gotten rid of his. There's 2 on Hannah and 2 on you.
All right. So I think the cinematic thing to do would be for me to stab one off of Hannah, and then when I fumble, kill her.
Hey,
And then claim the demon hamster bat for yourself.
the demon hamsters made me do it.
So I don't think I can take more than a single melee attack. I don't think there is any. There is no precedent for that.
Did you check that today, or are you just remembering?
Well, I mean, the weapon says number of attacks 1. I don't think there's anything else you can do.
That's boring.
I think number of attacks is just is the throttle there, and it's only firearms that let you fan the hammer or whatever. I mean, you can rule however you want, but I'm fairly confident I am right.
You probably are, because you know this game better than me. I just find that disappointing. Shame on you, Chaosium.
Well, I mean, you can give me a penalty die on 2 stabs, and I will stab both of them off of her, or possibly kill her twice.
Like I need killing twice.
I don't think it is any fun for you to finally get to use the sword that we made for you for this campaign and make 1 attack against 100 demon hamsters. So, yeah, you can make multiple attacks if you wish.
Alrighty, cool.
Genuinely, I think I can swing a sword about twice as quickly as I can aim and pull a trigger.
Repeatedly pull a trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Sorry, I just realized that these numbers were not updating correctly down here at the bottom of my sheet, so I'm fixing them. All right, so I will stab once at one on Hannah, because I'm a hero.
I like your idea, Lord Richter, in the chat there. That's fun.
Just make me think of Hamtaro.
All right, my worst one is a stab. Still is a regular success. They're both regular successes.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter which regular success I have, I suppose. And my second stab, you'll come back and do damage. Both are regular successes. Very boring.
I wouldn't say boring. That's effective.
So this sword, I have a ability that lets me do more damage with a hit. If for some reason I think that's necessary, but I don't think that's necessary on 4 hit point hamsters unless there's something about the nature of them being attached that should worry me.
No, I think that is all right. You think you
All right.
you successfully overkill a hamster, a demon hamster.
Well, I have two of them, actually. Why don't I have a D4? There we go. So, for what it's worth, the first stab does 9 points. The second
Oof.
stab does 7 points.
And you don't want any of that to be redirected into Hannah?
I was actually trying to take care to not to redirect any of that into him.
You know, you can just make the call to do that, and I won't question it.
I'll save it for later. We'll call those banked points in case I need to take her out later from behind.
I am over here. Just never mind. Never mind.
All right.
I'm not gonna finish this sentence.
You have rescued Hannah from the demon hamsters for the time being.
I believe I still have 2 on me.
You absolutely do. And we're coming right to that.
Reciprocate and start shooting them off of me.
Yeah, that couldn't go poorly.
I like the idea. Oh, that's a fair point. The arc of energy coming off of the demon hamster bat, does it hurt people? Or just
Does it?
demon hamsters? You don't know. You've never tried it on people.
I've only used it on holes so far.
Yeah.
They're not even people holes.
What a waste.
It may create some people holes.
That was the bat's dark history in the child's bedroom that Travis got this bat from. It saw some shit. Anyway. It is the demon hamster's turn. We're going to start with the 2 that are on Travis. So now that they're on you, they can get over their shitty damage bonus, and they just get to deal some damage.
Alright.
And it'll be 2 max rolls, so 3 and 3.
Alright, the one gnawing through my armor, has he punctured it now? So it's just 3 and 3, I assume.
Yeah, let's say so.
Yeah, I mean, his tooth is already in the hole. That's fine.
And then we are going to...
I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity to instantly use some luck to get some hit points back.
Oh, yes, please. I'm down to 15. I need more.
Well, you can have, if you... I don't think me getting a D6 hit points is worth you getting 20 luck, but have 20 luck.
Yeah.
And I get 4 back.
So there's probably an argument to be made that I shouldn't be able to spend all this luck on demon hamsters, but...
I think that's a fair argument.
We're
doing all right.
I'm going to... I haven't had a lot of villains to use the luck on, so I'm just going to use this while I can.
Well, that's what I was doing too. I mean, I'm not like I'm in danger of falling down, but I don't know what we're fighting next, so I'd rather not get low.
Brad! Another series of hamsters jumps on you, and they claw over on top of one another, trying to get at something vital. And only 2 of them really have a prayer of actually damaging you, and here's how their rolls go. Are you hoping to dodge or fight back?
At this point, I think I want to fight back.
Okay, so how this will work, I'm assuming you want to damage them and not, like, pick him up and baseball him into the distance or something.
Wrestle him to the ground.
Try and disarm him.
We'll interrogate him.
As they jump, if I can grab one and smash it against a wall or stomp on it as it's coming in, whichever, depending on the angle it's coming at me.
It hasn't really come up yet, but Travis will tell you their insides taste like blueberry jam. So you'll have that all.
Travis?
That's how you build up an immunity to the bat's whole damaging power, is just to drink a little of their blood.
So basically, I should do the whole Ozzy Osbourne thing.
That's I'm not putting words in your mouth or demon hamsters, but you do what you want. I'm just gonna roll an attack.
Brad to me, actually.
Oh gosh. Well.
That's an idea.
Well. That is a string of zeros, so I have fumbled.
Oh, one of them exploded and took out like 20 of the others.
He was so desperate to get to me that he burrowed through 3 of his friends.
Well,
like a little pinata.
I think your combat maneuver worked. I mean, unless you fumble too.
Okay, let's see what we got. I have a 44, so that would be with my, and this is a brawl roll, right?
Yep.
Where's my brawl again? I am going to go ahead and spend 4 luck to make that a hard success.
Okay. Well, I won't turn that down. For the trouble of making it a hard success against a fumble, I'd like you to roll a d6 for me.
That's going to be a 4.
A 4. So, in its desperation to try and get you to be the first one, this one's got the lightning bolts on him. He literally eats through claws and eviscerates 4 of his buddies trying to get to you. Just
like the white stripe gremlin.
Just to be bare hand crushed by you.
Awesome.
So that will be 5 for you before I even bother to attack you. On my turn, you have eclipsed your kill count thus far. Well done. And the second attack does get that bonus die for outnumbering you. That's a terrible roll that becomes an extreme success.
Ooh.
Thank you, bonus die. That is going to be still... Well, actually, it's an impaling strike with an extreme success, so it's... 4 points of damage.
Okay, so this time, I'm going to use my little elder sign.
Okay.
Spend the 10 luck to shrug off 5 points of damage this round.
Done. Doesn't hurt.
My tough guy feet.
Good feat. It's still
And
attached to you. You have one guy clinging on, but isn't even a flesh wound.
And we
At least
know
not
what's going to
yet.
happen to him.
Yeah, that's right. That brings us to the ones attacking Hannah. We're going to do basically the same situation. Are you going to try and dodge the first one or fight back? She done muted herself. Okay, Katie?
I think she's having some technical difficulties.
I think
Are you
she's
going
having
in
a cat.
reverse?
Oh,
I've
sorry,
already
my
been attacked
microphone
by
went
the
out for a
ones on
second.
me, right?
Hmm?
I've already been attacked this round, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So the ones on you have dealt damage to you. Now we're dealing with the oncoming horde.
Well, I see. There's sort of an end of round chewing.
Yes.
I gotcha.
All right. Katie, are you fighting back or dodging? I'm sorry.
I think this is like the ones that are currently on me and or ones still approaching.
No, these are the ones still approaching. The ones that were currently on you are dead, thanks to Travis Cole.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm gonna try and dodge.
Okay. Roll your dodge, please.
That is a... Hold on. A hard success.
I also... Nope, that was a penalty die, because they're scared of the bat, not a bonus die. So, that wins. You dodge. But that doesn't save you from the other 2 who are diving at you.
That's fair.
With even rolls because of the bonus die.
That's right. That is a 20 and a 28. Those are both normal successes. So grab a couple of d4s here, subtract 2 from each. That is 0 damage, but you got 1 latched onto you, and 2 damage.
Okay.
And you have a total of 2 latched onto you. And we are on to Travis's new best friends, the Demon Hamsters. Fighting back, I assume, or dodging this time?
Oh, I'm fighting back now that I have the sword in my hand for sure. I don't dodge.
That is a hard success. The silver ones are rolling well. The gold ones are rolling so bad.
I have to exceed them to not get hurt, correct, on a fight back?
Correct.
Yeah, so they just do your deal. Roll a d20, I'll tell you where you hit me.
Okay. A 13 this time. Is that lucky or unlucky?
I don't know. Here's my chart. That's in my chest, so yes, that's good.
And this one deals -1 damage to you.
Okay.
It
All
would
right, -1 is -2. I'm healing.
And then I need to hit you with the one with the bonus die, I hope.
They get a bonus die when I fight back? I don't think so, do they?
They get a bonus die whenever more than you can deal with attack you.
Oh, that's right. That's It's merely a dodge thing.
Yeah, it's just how many there are versus how many
I'm
of
looking
you.
at it. Target already dodged or fought back. Yeah.
And with the bonus die, that is an +1.
Oop.
Was about to be an 11, but no. So this one deals 4 damage to you.
Okay, where did it hit me?
In the 18.
That is the left arm. So I'll take 3.
And you have a grand total of 4 clinging onto you now. Nope, not 4.
Yeah, and they do a.
Yeah,
I mentioned as I've got them hanging off of me that it's really bad to have them on you because they do way more damage.
All right, that brings us up to Brad.
All right. So I will place my 45 at the base of this other hamster that's attached to what part of my body?
Other hamster, let's say, let's roll a d20 and for Mike's chart here. This is a 12.
That is the chest.
I have successfully not rolled the same number so far. I'm a little bit proud of myself.
The chest is a big area. I'll throw that in as a hint.
That's a tough one to like try to shoot it off of me.
Well,
So,
if you like grab it by the hindquarters and stretch it out.
Yeah.
Before you do your thing, though, Brad, I would like you to roll something for me. I would like you to roll your Intimidate, please.
Intimidate. Okay. Oh, what is my current Intimidate? It's not fantastic. I failed to intimidate.
Was it close?
No.
Okay.
I had a 25 intimidate and I rolled a 77.
Gotcha. All right. Your body count is giving you a hidden bonus to this, but
okay.
it is
But
not
not enough.
Not that much.
Okay.
No, Holdren, we are not trying to intimidate a hamster. We are being intimidating to many demon hamsters. You've got it all wrong. I'm going to need you to go back.
Don't be ridiculous.
All right, proceed, Brad.
Okay. Thinking about how best to go about this. I'm curious about the taste of these demon hamsters. So, am I able to rip the thing off my chest and bite its throat out?
You absolutely are. The thing with
I want to
ripping
be as
it out.
intimidating as possible.
Ripping it out will hurt. It is
That's
in, it is in its little stat block that it will hurt.
That's fine.
Okay, go for it.
What am I rolling for this? A brawl?
Yes. Absolutely.
And that is going to be a 26, which is a hard success.
You rip this thing out. This will just be one relatively fluid motion of ripping this thing out, bringing it up to your face, and scruff McGruffing this thing. Yeah, you kill it in one. Of course you do.
And I spit whatever is in my mouth at the others. Maybe you'll give me a better intimidate next time.
I will keep a note of that for sure. I do need you to roll.
Does it taste like grape jam?
It smells awful, but it tastes like blueberry preserves. Which I hope everyone in the chat has had at some point in their life. I need you to roll a d6, please.
That's going to be a 2.
A 2, you take 1 point of damage from ripping this thing out of your chest.
All right. I can live with that. And I believe that's my turn.
Okay, beautiful. You are hamster-free, demon hamster-free, even better. Hannah.
And I got a six body count.
Nice.
Actually, I have based on the collateral damage of the fumble, you're up to double digits now.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, so I got an idea the last time I used the bat that it might be better as a sweeping motion. So I will kind of reluctantly abandon my mission with the holes and go to like maybe step towards more the center of the wherever the demon hamsters are like flowing towards us, and just try and do like a baseball swing, like a sweep towards them.
Using bat as intended. Wonderful.
Yes.
All right.
I'm trying to look as like mean and crazy as I can while I'm doing it.
That's easy.
Yeah, that's a natural, honestly.
Because she's so excruciatingly polite.
Yeah. Hannah's channeling her inner Katie to achieve this.
To people, not to demon hamsters.
Yeah. All right. So I would like you to go ahead and roll your brawl, please.
Okay.
And take a bonus die.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad I got the bonus die, because that one would have been a fail. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's I'm not sure what a 10 is. Hold on. So 10 is a hard success.
A hard success. You could presumably buy your way into an extreme success for
I could.
vague and immaterial rewards. Is that something you want to do?
Yes. Can I use my Elder Sign luck for that?
Of course you can. Let me put my pen away where I was going to write down luck on my little sheet.
Yeah.
So it was less than 10 that you needed?
Yeah, because I rolled a 10, so I can't go down
Oh, that's true, it's true. It's
much
true.
further.
Heard. Cool. All right. So, Hannah, when you take this thing and you set it up on your shoulder, you plant a foot down and you swing just like you saw back in Chicago when you used to be taken to the games as a mobster's best girl.
Yep.
You just see this red light wash down the tunnel. Like you just threw a little orb of fire down there and you watch just this proceed down before you. It goes forward 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, 25 feet, 50 feet down this hallway, just turning hamsters to red mist.
Nice.
The smell is abominable. It smells worse than when you're on the far side of an eldritch sphincter all the way back to the beginning of this game. It smells so bad. But you watch. I'm going to ask you to roll. I'm going to ask all of you to roll percentile dice for me.
Okay.
First time in the game that rolling high is going to be preferable.
Well, super. I rolled an 9. Best roll I'll have tonight.
And I'm looking at a 24, so mine ain't all that great either.
I rolled a 46.
All right, 9, 24. You get to watch me do math on screen. It's 33, and then a 46. 79. All right, 79 hamsters die in this swing.
Die horribly.
They've been evaporated.
Hannah, I need you to make an intimidation check, please.
Okay. Please roll good. Please roll good. That is a hard success.
A hard success. All right. If you lowered your roll by 83, would it be an extreme success?
Like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a rhetorical question. Okay. Hannah, the area illuminated by the lantern, which has hence been kind of tipped over and cracked, and there's not a lot of flame left going along. It's casting huge shadows from the light that Brad is holding of these hamsters just flying all over the place. From the light that you can see down the tunnel where you just swung the bat, you're not hearing anything coming closer.
Okay.
Travis, you are in a bit of a predicament, but you
Yeah,
just
I'm in
saw
bad shape.
a bunch of demon hamsters die.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in bad shape. I'm assuming that the best I can do is ask again to stab 2 of them off of me. Again, my heavy hitter I don't think is going to make any difference. Doing more damage won't kill more hamsters. So, I will attempt to stab 2 of them that are on me.
Okay. Take a bonus die for their proximity. They are not attempting to dodge. They are stationary targets as they try and tunnel into you.
All right, well, that'll make it just a standard roll because I was taking a penalty die for attacking twice. So, the first one is an /3, an extreme success. The second one is a 51, a normal success. The first one, if it really matters, does 19 points of damage. Well, I mean, it was an extreme.
Wow!
And then the second one does 9 points of damage.
I think I had to be a Shoggoth to deal 19 points of damage.
Well,
I think that's worth saying you just shish
you're
kebab
somebody
them.
with a sword and a pretty good damage bonus.
So where are they on you right now? There's a left arm.
I have a left arm, I have 2 chests, and a leg. I forget which leg.
Okay. Let's, for the sake of rewarding an extreme success, you kind of angle yourself and you hike that left arm up and you kind of line the chest up and you manage to clean those 3 with your impaling strike, literally impaling 3 of them. And that'll take care of the 4th one with your 2nd strike.
Okay, good. I'll take that. Thank you.
I gotta try and make the really good rolls cool.
Yeah, that's fun though. Yeah.
So Hannah is the one with hamsters still on her as it comes to demon hamster time. Oh, Mike, I need
Yes,
you to make an intimidation check, please.
Oh, all right. Well, that is. I intentionally made him unintimidating, so because he's shy about his size. 74, missed it by that much.
And if I gave you an extra 9, I just suppose that wouldn't make a lot of difference.
I fear not.
Okay.
Then I would only have missed it by 60.
Well, probably not fortunate enough for you to spend that much luck, so we'll move on.
Okay.
All right. The onslaught has noticeably decreased. The demon hamsters are just not reinforcing themselves like they were a minute ago, and they are much more intimidated. There's fewer that are going to be making attacks against you all, but they are still going to be making attacks against you all. And Hannah, you, instead of dealing with 2 attacking you, are only dealing with 1 attacking you, but you do still have 2 attached to you. So we're going to deal with them first. They get to each deal.
Sorry, I couldn't help you this time. I had to deal with mine.
Yeah,
you're good.
You need Travis to stay standing up. That is a total of 2 and 1, so you're taking 3 points of damage from demon hamsters that are already attached to you, Hannah.
Okay.
Before an especially brave lightning bolt demon hamster tries to go for your jugular. And with the penalty die, yeah, you need to decide whether you're fighting back or dodging.
I was about to say if I can try and dodge that guy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Based on what I rolled, I think it's gonna work.
32. I think that's a hard success. Let me check.
Yeah, she's got like an 80 frickin' dex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. You managed to dodge the one going for it. That's why it shouldn't have called it shot for the jugular, right? It's just kind of
Yeah. Just whoop.
slide to the
Just
right
dodge.
and you're done. Let's see. One coming at Brad. Fight back or dodge?
We're gonna fight back.
All right. I rolled very well. Comparatively. It's still only a regular success, but it's a very good number.
Well, to be impressed by the number and just roll a hard success.
Mine is going to be a 14, which... Where's my brawl?
That sounds
again?
like a hard, if not an extreme, for
That
Brad.
might be extreme. Yeah, that is an extreme success.
Well, that's going to beat this thing. So you turn it into a tasty toast topping instead of taking damage from me. And then there's one coming at... That brings up your body count to 11. And then there's one diving at Travis. Travis fighting back.
Of course.
All right. That's not even a success for me. So I imagine you're going to
It's
succeed.
not a success for me either. That's a 94. So we just whiff at each other.
Dang, that's not very dramatic.
Sorry. It just I at the last second I
No.
aborted to ducking and it
It's
goes
on
over
me.
my shoulder.
It's on me as well. We'll share the
I
blame.
could have lied, but I chose not to.
All right. A significantly lessened pool of demon hamsters at your feet, Brad. Now they're starting to get down to the numbers where, since they're on the move, they're becoming harder to hit again. But the threat has noticeably decreased. And it is your turn.
All
You-
right, well,
You might want to enforce a rule that I just accidentally read while I was looking something else up. We're supposed to get a penalty die if something's build is -2 or less.
Ah,
So
well,
if they
its
are-
build is -2.
Yeah, so we should be. They are small. I mean, you could say they were a swarm and you couldn't really miss them before, but at this point, you probably ought to be giving us a penalty die too.
Well, I'm also supposed to be giving you a penalty die for them running. But I guess that's really fleeing, is what's implied there. So yeah, we'll stick
Yes.
with one penalty
Yeah,
die.
yeah, that's what that means.
all right.
I guess
then,
you've deduced what stat block I'm using.
No, I haven't, but I thought. I mean, I've assumed. Again, I can't read that the small thing and not mention it, so I figured I'd mention it.
Yeah. Cool.
with that in mind, I'm going to be stomping on the ones that are closest to me.
Okay, that works.
So I can use my brawl, which will be a little bit better than my shooting. So that's going to be a 65, which would be a hit. But let's see, the penalty die is a 55. So 65, first shot, first attack hits.
Okay. That's going to paste one of them.
All right.
Body
and
count up to a
then-
nice even dozen.
And am I able to do 3 attacks with my brawl?
I think we
Please
decided no, but we're allowing Travis to do it with his sword. I'm fine with you doing it with your fists.
Okay,
Is what
I'll
I've
let
been
you do
doing, each with a
two,
penalty die.
Two.
what he said.
perfect. Okay, second one. That looks like a hit. Let's see what the penalty die does.
I love the
still,
penalty
he's
die.
Remember, you got 2 penalty die. One because he's small. One because you're taking multiple attacks.
Oh, okay. Hold on. That guy still hit. I ended up with 2 64s. Let me do one more penalty die on the previous one. Make sure that one didn't go south. That one was okay too.
Okay,
So I got 2 standard hits.
Baker's dozen then. When's the last time you used your feet? You're a punchy guy. Punchy and shooty. Alright, let's make a fresh intimidation, please.
All right.
The body count has now raised significantly since your last turn. I'm going to give you a bonus die to it.
Oh, very nice. And I actually made it without the bonus die, which with my 25 is not good. Let me see if I can get that better. Nope, I rolled a 23 on 25, so standard success.
Okay.
And a check mark. Check mark.
That is going to achieve the secret goal of the encounter, which is to have 2 of you so intimidating that the rats don't want to mess with you.
Awesome.
And so, for intents and purposes, this encounter is going to end. Y'all can say that you stayed here and exterminated every last one. You can say that Hannah ran off down the tunnel, swinging the bat and sending red waves of light down after every last demon hamster, ramming the baseball bat in and out of holes as often as you please. Y'all, that is entirely up to all of you, but the danger has passed and we are back in the roleplay.
I recommend that everybody reload their weapons if they used anything, so I do that. And
I
then
do the
let's
same.
all take a minute and first aid one another if you don't mind. So 2 people can work on a person and you take the best roll. So
Okay.
Let's see what I got.
So my first aid's a 33. I'm happy to.
Mine is a 52.
Okay, so I will sit.
So I will go ahead and make the who took the most damage.
I mean, you can do all of us, including yourself.
Oh, okay.
But I definitely took the most damage.
Okay, so for Travis, I got a 20 even, which is going to be a hard success.
Okay, well that means rather than a D4, I just get. Oh no, I think it's on an extreme that you get the 4. Yeah, if you got an extreme, I'd get the 4. I will throw in my lot and try to help you, and I don't improve on your roll. So I will take a D4 back.
It'll only cost me 10 luck to make it an extreme success.
Well, it's the difference in a 4 and a D4. So maybe save your luck, and I'll
Okay.
Or if
I'll
luck
allow
were to
mine.
magically appear in the corner of the screen at any moment in the very near future, then it would cost
I got
us
3.
nothing.
I got 3, and you saved your luck. So I like that.
There you
So,
go.
All right.
I got 3.
So
Thank you.
my roll for Hannah is damn. These are doing all right. That's going to be a 26, which is it's a normal 6. It's what you know what? I'm going to spend 1 luck to make it a hard success.
All right, you get 4 back, Hannah.
Okay.
And
And then I'm going to roll that on myself as well.
Yeah. And
Say
give
it.
yourself a check mark.
1 luck and it's a hard,
I
or 1
did.
luck and it's an extreme?
1 luck, it was a hard success.
Oh, my bad.
Well,
My bad.
I rolled a 26.
You roll a D4 instead of getting 4. I'm sorry, I misheard. My bad.
Okay.
And my first aid fails on myself.
Oh no!
So
Was it a fumble?
no, it was a 84.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hannah, are you better than a 33 at first aid?
I'm not. I just have the standard 30.
Okay, well then I'm going to try to assist you.
Travis tried. He
I
put
need-
3 points into that skill.
I had 3 points I didn't know what to do with. I've rolled a 70-something every time I've tried to help y'all. It's not always great to try to help because if you fumble, you stick your finger in their eye and pull it out a little bit.
I can try. I mean, a 30
here's
is
the
not
problem.
terrible.
You've got all these organs inside of you. Let's get those out of there.
Apparently,
Let's see.
I have to live with the 2 points of damage I took. There's a
Yeah.
couple of hamster teeth, and I can't quite dig out.
The
No,
typical
no.
role of
No,
the
no.
physician is you're the one that
Wait.
doesn't get healed.
No, I just rolled an 8, which is a hard
Ooh.
success.
Okay,
Nice. So that means I get 1d4, right?
That's right.
Yep.
And you get a check mark, Kelly.
Yeah.
And I got a 2, which is exactly how much damage I took.
Well, you're
So I'm feeling good.
Yeah, you're fine.
in good
You're-
shape.
You are
And
now the vanguard.
After I pull those hamster teeth out of my arm, I'm going to save them.
As well,
I-
you should.
I healed twice and I'm still down 8. So
I'm down 4. Not terrible.
So, is there any other calls? I think it's a pretty good time for a break, and we can come
I was
back.
about to say I'm taking a break, whether we're taking a break or not. So it might be a good time for a break.
Damn! I love it when Mike is so in charge.
All right.
Hey, man, I'm sorry. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
All right, let's come back. Let's try and make this relatively brief. Let's shoot for 5 minutes, but I'll be understanding if not. If y'all will bear with us, we'll see you in a few minutes.
Sounds good.
All right.
D&D players, does this ever happen to you? Man, I sure love not exploding. Spontaneous human combustion has 200 cited reports, and none of them own Misty Mountain gaming dice, so why risk not having them? With the wide selection of unique and stylish dice, there's absolutely a set that's going to speak to your unique character.
I mean, yeah, but what's the big deal? I can get dice anywhere.
Uh-oh, 201. But I'm glad you asked. We also carry leather-bound books, leather bags, dice trays, pins, and even miniatures, all with free shipping within the state. Misty Mountain Gaming also supports fantastic charities from the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, the Hospital of St. Jude, and Extra Life Gaming. So not only are you getting sick dice, but you're helping people while you're doing it. Hey, thanks! I just got the Ballad of the Bard dice set. And do you feel like you're gonna explode? Nope. So visit Misty Mountain Gaming today and use code MOSAIC10 to get 10% off at checkout, or check the link in the description.
Yo, J Mosaic, what's up?
Yo, what's up, Damien? Okay, 202.
It's not while you're drinking it that you're being stimulated.
No, I've never stopped to find out. My relationship with coffee is Sterling Archer's relationship with alcohol.
Same.
If I ever stop drinking coffee, the cumulative crash may kill me.
Yeah, because he says he's terrified of the hangover that he'll have if he ever gets.
Welcome back, everybody. We have had a very active chat tonight. I'm really encouraged to see that. Appreciate you guys hanging out and really engaging with the BS that we are presenting you with this evening. Take a moment before we get back in to celebrate Dabs' 28th month. Thank you, buddy. Glad you're here. I don't know if you're in the chat. Maybe you are in the chat. Let me look. Not in the chat tonight, but thank you for resubscribing. I hope you see this later, and if not, you know how I feel about you. I have your art on my wall. Right, so we're going to, in the interest of time, because we have things to accomplish tonight, you take a moment, a brief breather, surrounded by the incredible stench, which is all that remains of hundreds of demon hamsters. As Travis regales you about the stories of the last time that he encountered a single demon hamster and how this is very different. And patting himself on the back for having the demon hamster bat and thanking Brad for rescuing that after the fateful night in Arkham.
I have been thinking all of that. And to Hannah for, figuring out how it works.
Yeah, I understand now why you were notably upset when it disappeared.
When you
through no fault. Okay, listen. Fair.
Thank you to Diggy Squirrel for resubscribing, by the way, whoever you are.
Yep, mystery.
You relight torches, you replace lanterns, strike matches, and Travis needs none of those things. As you all continue your descent down into the depths, you wonder how far down you must be now. You try and equate it in your mind to stories of skyscrapers or drives that you've taken, train rides. How long would it take you to get back to the surface? How much food do you have with you? And water? You're a little bit parched. The whiskey burning a hole in Travis's pocket.
I'd say I have plenty of whiskey and, probably like Baby Ruth bars.
Good old Baby Ruth bars. Does very little to hydrate you, but does keep the spirits up and drive the dark thoughts away. After some time, the tunnel...
Sorry, I'm enjoying the chat. We have plenty of jam.
That's true. That's true, if you thought to bring any. Not sure of the nutritional value. Still smells fetid, but tastes okay.
Everything's covered in a fine mist at this point.
You have to lot the hair out. Little fur.
10 grams of protein per rodent.
The lightning bolt ones have 12.
Ooh, nice.
One tablespoon of evil.
It's a protein bar, basically.
The tunnel that you've been following ends. And there are two things noteworthy about the ending of it. One is, at the end of the tunnel, is a body. It is of a young man, early 20s, mid-20s, dressed similarly to the people from the camp. He's not dead, but He is unresponsive. His chest rises and falls in shaky, rattling breaths. His eyes wide as though eyelids are not something this man was ever cursed with. Staring straight ahead. Because ahead of you is not a rock wall or a dead end. It is a chasm. Travis, even with your spectacular vision, you do not see a far side. You do not see a ceiling anymore, now that the tunnel has ended. And you certainly don't see a floor. But below you, what you do see are distant motes of light. Almost as though you were looking up into the night sky, but you are certainly looking down.
I can use my psychoanalysis, thanks to the pulp rules, to suppress somebody's phobia or mania for a D6 minutes.
That's cool.
Can I bring this guy around, or at least try to? Because I'm assuming he's seen something he shouldn't have ought to seen. It's why he's acting like this.
Yeah, that's cool. You should at least try to.
I'm gonna try to talk him off the ledge. I'm not great at this. I'm not like stab him with a sword cane great at it, but I'm not bad. I made it by 10, so that's a normal success.
All right. So you grab this guy by the ears and turn his vision towards you. Focus those wide open eyes into yours and say some soothing things until a bit of light comes on behind his eyes. He still looks... You have not calmed him. He's not okay, but he is responsive.
Yeah, that's the point. It's just to kind of...
He
I may be making it worse. I mean, like, it says that. They may be worse off after you do this to them.
He says in a trembling voice, They're gone. All of them.
Who's gone? Who's gone? Barlowe?
Yes. And all the others.
Where did they go?
Over the edge. Over
This
the
edge?
edge and down. Down forever, into the black. Into the starlit skies where things move and black out the lights.
Things move and black out the lights. What moves?
I can't see. But if you stare long enough, some of the stars go out, then reappear as if some shape has passed between them.
You're very observant. We're here to help you. What was... How did they get down there?
Barlowe said it was a leap of faith.
You didn't take the leap?
No. How could one?
Yeah,
They
I'm
did,
with you,
but-
man.
I think it drove them mad.
Good thing that didn't happen to you. Did they say anything about what they expected to find down there?
Quiet. First the quiet, then the key.
So he's still after Solomon's key, of course. You guys jump in if you have questions. I don't need to be the only one.
Jump in if you have
Clicking.
questions.
I thought you meant that cousin for a second.
All right, poor choice
Bro.
of words.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sort of gently frisking him while I'm acting as though I'm examining him. If he has any water, I'll just take his canteen off of him and hand it back to Hannah.
Or rope. Does he have any rope? Or like,
Who has the least luck in the group?
I think we're all capped.
I'm at no. I think it's probably
I've
me.
used up a little
I
bit.
used 20. I'm at
Oh, yeah,
79.
okay. So it'd be trapped.
Oh, I'm at 79 as well.
Both of you make a luck roll. Travis for water, Brad for luck, or for rope.
Ought 1. No lie.
Yo.
I get a 0-1 on a frickin' water bottle.
I got an 80. I got an 86, so I missed mine.
An 86. All right.
Dang.
He has no rope. He does have a canteen. And for your fortune, Travis, as you're kind of frisking him, you kind of start taking the canteen off and like, here, let me help you with that, and just
Right.
let out. And it's the strap as it kind of tugs at his apparel as you take it off, kind of tugs something free of a pocket, and a piece of paper falls out and topples towards the edge, but doesn't go over. You retrieve it, or someone does. Let's say Hannah does.
Yeah. I'll probably let Hannah handle that because I'll just flick it over the edge with my 40 dex.
No, I'll grab it.
Hannah, you were looking in Barlowe's tent for any kind of sign or any kind of paperwork or diagram for what might be beyond the portal that took you down here. And this is a hastily hand-drawn, not by a professional by any means, map of the tunnels to this point. And it is very truncated. It just has, like, if there's an incorrect path, it's notated, and there's no marking of what might be down there. But there is a list of the turns you don't take to make it to the surface.
Okay.
So because of this piece of paper, this enterprise can be safely abandoned from this point.
Okay. I'm going to make sure that Travis looks at it, because if I remember correctly, he could remember anything.
I can remember anything, and I am a navigator. So that's probably a good thing to show me.
Yeah, make sure Travis gets his eyes on that map in case we lose
Take a picture of it with my brain.
Yeah.
When you show it to Travis, the man's eyes catch it for a moment. He says, "Yes. Barlowe gave me that. Said that I could use it if I wanted. He said the same thing when he gave me this." And he pulls a gun out of his other pocket.
I mean, the second. I mean, I'm like a Secret Service agent, right? I'm like, gun.
It goes spinning into the dark.
Yeah. Okay.
He just kind of watches it go away, and he looks genuinely like, I was going to use that later. Crap.
So Barlowe didn't force anybody to go over the leap of faith? They didn't want to? Or just you got to stay behind?
Yes. The others there... braver than I.
I'm sure that's not true.
But what about Barlowe himself?
He was the last to go.
And did you watch him?
Yes. He stood just here. And he takes 2 steps towards the edge. Kind of looks over. Says, He said, "Good luck." And then just sort of leaned over the edge. And as he says that, he mimics the motion almost helplessly. And quickly vanishes over the edge. Without so much as a scream or a sigh.
I listen for impact.
And I follow, like, right behind him. I'm on my hands and knees looking over the edge, trying to see him falling. With supervision.
You don't hear an impact. And Travis, you see his silhouette, large while it is close to you, and shrinking rapidly. Even when he proceeds past the limits of your incredible supervision.
Do I think he's falling at, 32 feet per second? I mean...
Yeah.
Okay, so physics are in effect.
Best you can tell. His body overshadows...
It's a valid question, considering some of our previous experiences.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah.
He overshadows some of these little motes of light far away. And then the speck that he is vanishes in the gaps between the motes of light.
All right, I'm getting physics compliments from the existential nerd.
Was the gun that he had, was it like a regular gun? I know that okay. For some reason, my mind thought flare gun. For some reason, I'm just curious. Did I see it? Was it a regular gun?
It's a Alvin Barlowe special. Those overhyped, overdesigned, extra expensive name brand handguns.
They're like patent pearl handle.
It's like, I know this is your finest gun, and I need you to make it gaudy. Like, not better, just gaudy.
Okay. Did they leave any other supplies up here? Like, I know they were probably planning on being down here for a long time. Is there anything else scattered around?
You cast your eyes about. It looks as though they left nothing behind they were planning to come back for. There's a few cigarette butts, but other than that, not really.
Okay.
I say, guys, we can talk about this all day, but either we go back or we step off the edge.
We take the plunge, huh? I mean, if Barlowe did it, it's highly unlikely he thought he was going to die when he did it.
I mean, thought. There could just be... I mean, I would say the best news is that when I jump off, if I'm just falling off of a cliff and nothing special is happening, probably a lot of dead bodies for me to land on.
Probably.
Go back to that terminal velocity math.
On the map that we had, is this like an area that's indicated as like a go forward spot? You know what I mean?
Your map ends here.
Yeah, but it doesn't say the spot where everything is groovy or anything like that.
No, it doesn't say...
It doesn't say enter here.
Arcadia ahead.
Okay.
Didn't you have the opportunity to take some sort of spider climb ability, Katie, and instead you decided you wanted your disguise power?
I did.
Yeah. It'd be pretty handy to be a spider right now.
It would. That would have been absolutely perfect, but
I'm just playing.
Yeah.
I turn back, look at both of you. I already got eaten by a monster earlier.
Right.
This doesn't scare me that much. And I just fall backwards.
Awesome.
Brad says, I've got 30 love. I can survive anything.
I say,
That's awesome. That's badass.
Oh.
say, Hannah, we can't let him go by himself. And we don't want there to be too much of a time between when he starts fighting the next monster and us getting there.
Yeah.
And so I click my cane together and hobble over to the edge and sort of pirouette on my good leg and step off.
All right.
Anna, this is your opportunity to be Ash the Tiefling.
Still emotionally damaged from that.
The day that I left the party and as they all stepped through a portal in a previous game.
You just said, see ya.
They're all like, to death and glory, and I'm like, to safety!
You did that in my game, too. Is this a pattern with you?
This is self-preservation.
It's a pattern.
Yeah, they all had the opportunity to leave this magic maze and go to basically Elysium, to heaven. And so everybody's like, that sounds great. Let's go. And everybody left. And then Rob's standing there and he goes, like, yeah, don't go.
I'm out.
I think I was cursed or something. I think there was some complication. I think it wasn't safe for me to go. Or I thought that at the time.
I think you had just started worshiping a evil deity.
A demon
and didn't
snake,
think
yeah.
Going to Elysium was a really good idea.
Still don't.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry.
into this emotional moment that I destroyed for the sake of faking a reference with Katie.
I will take a very long swig of whiskey and then cork it very well and then jump over. I'm going kind of cannonball style. I've got it. Don't worry.
So I would like everyone to roll their sanity.
Peer pressure, according to Holdren. That's what we are dealing with. Brad's just a peer pressure guy.
Yeah, everybody wants to be as cool as Brad, the guy that eats demon hamsters for breakfast.
I'm sorry, what was I just rolling?
Sanity. Please.
Well, that could be under my sanity.
I got a 25, so I'm good. I'm still sane.
Missed it by 4.
That failed.
Failed. Okay.
Can't spend luck
Quite
on
a
sanity.
large amount. Yeah.
Can't spend luck on sanity. Okay. So, for the purposes of this, if you pass, I'd still like you to roll a d4. And if you failed, I would like you to roll a d10.
Ouch.
10 is a lot.
Woof.
10 is a lot, but I'm combining 2 rolls to do this.
That's fine. I'll be using luck to mitigate this, or I'm going to go mad before I get to Barlowe. Oh, Lord.
Did you roll well?
Yeah, I rolled up, as they say, as the kids say.
So I took 2 sanity, which it puts me at 6 for this session.
Dang it, Brad, I'm trying to help you out and get a cool pulp talent before this game is over, man. Travis and Hannah are having all the fun. Katie, you look happy. Those full red lines that are usually your lips on the stream have like narrowed out to nothing. So you're like angrily not talking about your role.
Yeah. I lost 7 sanity.
7.
So I lost 9, but I'm going to spend 18 luck to cut that in half. And I just need you to tell me, is half of 9 4 or 5?
Half of 9 is 4. We'll be nice. Do you want to spend your free 10 and only give me 8?
Yes, I want to do all those things. So I just lost 8 luck.
How much did you have to spend to do that? And can Hannah do the same thing?
So you lost 7?
Yes.
So if you spend 14 luck, you'll only lose 3 sanity.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Do you do that
so
thing?
You can double the total amount to take half.
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Okay.
And so we said I took 4. Alrighty, I'm twitchy, y'all.
That seems like the name of a diggy squirrel.
Yeah.
Was in the movie Hoodwinked.
I need you guys to all learn psychoanalysis. I cannot psychoanalyze myself to get any sanity back.
Anna, you've got an elder sign back.
Oh, yay!
Dabs is here in the chat. Dabs, thank you for your 28th month, brother. I don't know if you were here when we were thanking you for that earlier. Been around for a while. Over 2 years of time with us. Time arguably well spent.
We'll call
They
it
were.
that.
They were. They put a comment in shortly after.
Oh, good.
You said
good,
they weren't
good.
here.
Beautiful.
There's been a lot of chat tonight, and we're not keeping up because we have a lot of
we got shit
minutia.
to do.
Yeah, we're in the detail game.
Has anyone exceeded their threshold for the day?
Oh, let's see. Mine is no.
Okay. If Travis hasn't done it, then probably no one's done it.
Well, no. I've only lost. I haven't lost a lot.
All right.
That puts me one short of my threshold.
Your threshold is 1/5 of
20% of your
what you started with during that session, right? Okay. Yeah, I still got a long ways to go.
Wait, it's
It's hang on. Let me find it. Let me find it for sure. 1/5 of your current total since your last rest. So yeah, basically whatever you started today with, not what your max is, what you started with, and I may actually be there. Now that
that changes things for me. Then I would definitely be over the threshold.
20% of 40, 10% of 40 is 4, so 8.
You're there.
I am 2 away. Thank God I used that thing. So 2 more sanity loss, and I start babbling.
But Hannah
has already crossed the line.
Hannah,
yeah,
by the way,
if it's what we started the day with, then yes.
If you care to give us an involuntary reaction, you can do that.
Is it possible for her to get nicer?
Let's see. Okay. So we lost 4 or less. But after this event, so we have an indefinite insanity.
That's right. Until cured requires long-term care, indefinite phase, or the keeper's discretion, basically, to get rid of it.
All right, let's find this out.
Temporary insanity is where you do something like, oh, I've got a weird plan, or I refuse to go into that room, or I'm going to shoot everything that moves. An indefinite insanity is where you end up with a fear of fire, or, some weird behavior, or you won't wear shoes, or, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've ever played the board game Eldritch Horror, they do some cool permanent insanities on their cards.
I play it. I love it and play it.
It's a great
game.
Let's see. Indefinite, losing a 5th. Page 164.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I think I had the page on here on my little chart. I should have given it to you.
Oh, it's good. That's how to recover from it. Okay. Roll percentile. Katie.
Okie dokie.
And also roll high or low on any die.
Okay. Well, my percentile was a 13, which bodes well, I feel.
That's great.
And then high or low on any die?
Yep.
I'll roll my d6 for that. That is high with a 6.
Well, I don't think we have control over the way madness expresses itself necessarily. This is not one that's going to be fun to express. But being indefinitely insane will make you more interesting when you go insane later. You have anthomania, an obsession with flowers.
Oh. Well, there's probably none in here.
No. But hey, man, if there is one, you're going to want that thing. To preserve it, to have it, to own it, to kill it, you're obsessed with it in some way.
That's funny.
The main thing to remember is that you have indefinite insanity. Check that on your sheet if you want to, but...
Didn't I already have one?
Maybe.
I think we cleared those when we came down here.
Okay. I'll just
You do now
recheck
have
it.
the option to give her an insane insight if she suddenly got wise about something, and you have the option to up her mythos skill if this is mythos related. I don't know that it is, but
Let's say no for the time being.
I've become very wise at plugging holes.
Insane insights or insane talent, yeah?
yeah. Well, so you can give her an insane insight, which means you understand we should go left instead of right for some reason. You saw some image down here as you were falling, and then page 77 is the insane talents if you want to give her another one. And we're still not done. After that, she gets to have a bout of madness.
The flowers are speaking to me. I hear
All right.
nature. It
Let's
says go
do-
left.
Let's do the bout of madness. I think that is the best use of our time tonight.
So since if you just deem that we are here to look after her, it will last 1d10 rounds. And you can look at page 75 of the pulp book to get ideas of what she might do.
Let's hand wave that then. If it's just going to last some rounds, then it's going to be over before the next interesting thing happens.
It's mostly for she runs off in the wrong direction at a crucial moment, and we have to go fucking get her,
So,
Yeah.
Brad, you led the charge. You experience first what the others soon will. What was your equation there, Mike? 32 feet per second per second?
Yes, that is terminal velocity.
Yeah.
If he fell far enough to reach it.
So, you are beneath the earth. You all have an understanding of how being beneath the earth should work. Gravity is drawing you towards the earth's core, its magnetic poles, and you should eventually hit something solid, even if it's only the crust of the other side of the earth. That's not happening. Brad, it is as though you are falling into space. You are plummeting and plummeting ever faster into the black. Those little motes of light are so distant, you don't really feel like you're getting any closer to them, but you are leaving rapidly behind the ledge where you began, and it's not very long before you can't see it anymore. You don't see your friends behind you. You don't hear your friends behind you. You hope they followed you. But you continue to have this sense that you are moving faster and faster. And it's not because air is rushing by you. There was that sensation for a moment, but it is gone. The only way that you have to tell motion are those motes of light. They are your waypoints, your guiding lights, literally, in the black. And you
do they seem like they're getting closer, or they're still maintaining the same distance?
They're so infinitely far away, it's hard to tell. But the ones that you look to your side and see are slowly drifting past you, as though you are leaving them behind. They're drifting by, that drifting begins to accelerate.
Aim for one of them that's below me.
You are really masterless in this space. There's nothing to push against or to swim against. There's no resistance whatsoever. And yet, you don't feel the vacuum of space. You're still breathing somehow. Your eyes are staying inside of your head. You are not freezing, though it is cold. Those motes of light flying past you ever more rapidly soon become streaks and lines. It is unthinkable to you how fast you must be moving to nowhere in particular. You're reminded Saida's warning of the river of stars as you watch light years of space washing past you. It's there your mind struggles to keep everything together and in place. And then you see, opening up below you or ahead of you, above you, it's really hard to tell now. How long have you been falling? The black. The space where the stars stop. It feels like ages, and yet over in an instant that you have reached it. And the dots of light, the streaks, are so far behind you now that they are invisible. You have reached some space beyond space, where you are alone with darkness and silence. The beating of your own heart, the pumping of your own blood through your ears is deafening. And still you maintain this sense of falling. Your thoughts, your inner monologue, reverberates through your brain like a gong. You wish that you could stop thinking just to silence the noise of it all. But at the same time, it is comforting because without that sound, without this little bit of deafening sound, you would be truly alone. And then the falling stops. But the silence remains. There's no sense of motion any longer. There's no impact. You've simply stopped. As you acclimate to this knowledge, the two who have been behind you for the past gods only know how long arrive alongside you, one after the other. Travis,
Yo.
the dark means different things to you. Brad and Hannah.
It's worth mentioning that if I fail a spot hidden roll, I go blind because of this power. So just something to keep in mind.
That's great.
I would be forcing me to make spot hiddens all the time. Let's keep making them till you fail.
Brad and Hannah sense the presence. They hear the heartbeat of two other entities, and that is their warning that they are not alone. You can see, and you see your friends. It is a comforting sight, although they seem almost equally lost as you are. And then you all see something. Or maybe it is more appropriate to say that you are seen by something, as the totality of your vision opens, as the lids separate from the eye of unfathomable size that, Travis, you have seen once before. You're diving into a flaming portal.
Oh, yeah. Super. That went well. The first time.
And you all see something about being seen by this returns some level of vision. There is no light. Can't stress this enough. There is no light here. But being perceived offers you some level of perception, and you detect that ahead of you, quite some distance, farther than any firearm you have on your person for now, ahead of you is a small group of whom only one is standing. There is one heartbeat. You didn't hear it before, over the thunderous sound of your own. But it is Alvin Barlowe. To say he is standing is perhaps rudimentary on my part. He is erect, and he is drifting, as you are drifting. But he's alive.
Woo!
You're
My
all
vision's
terrible.
really good. My vision is so good.
Around him, almost orbiting him, are the bodies of a dozen of his followers from that camp. Exactly what is wrong with them, hard to say. You do not feel their hearts beating. Alvin doesn't seem to notice you. An enormous scroll, longer than is practical, is drifting about him, and he is reading. I would like all of you to make a spot hidden roll.
Told you you'd start fishing for it once you knew the rule.
Travis, I am going to offer you a bonus die, because you are being assisted in this, whether you know it or not.
Okay, well, I don't want to take extra advantage. My power gives me a bonus die anyway. So is this another bonus die?
Yep.
Okay.
So, I defy you to go blind.
It would be
this
difficult.
occasion.
It still didn't do great. I got a normal success.
All right.
Very close to a hard success, but not quite.
I am going to spend 12 luck. See, is that what I need? I'm going to spend 12 luck to turn my roll into a success.
Okay. Let me fish out the notebook here. Success. Good. Follow that up, if you would, with an occult roll. Brad, please. Katie, how did you do?
I got a hard success.
Great.
And I have a hard success on my occult roll.
Okay. Brad, because you succeeded on the occult roll, I would like you to make another sanity roll.
Y'all remember to
Alright.
put your check marks on these skills. They may go up someday when we resume.
And I made my sanity roll with a 47.
Major sanity roll. All right, wonderful. I'm going to check this because I'm pretty sure this is a succeed for a weaker die situation. Which I love that Cthulhu does that.
Seems kind of reasonable.
Here he is. Sanity loss. Awesome. Roll a d10 for me, Brad.
All right.
And you can spend luck to weaken this if you need to.
That's going to be 4,
Okay.
which is going to take me down to 69 sanity, but
Nice.
I haven't hit my threshold. But
You're
I haven't
so
hit my
freaking
threshold yet.
sane.
Well, I started off with 90.
Yeah.
And then when I came back as Dr. Vargas, I gained 10 points of Cthulhu mythos. So that brought me down to, I think it was 79 because I had lost one other one recently.
So
that gives me 10 sanity loss for this session.
those of you that succeeded, which I think was all of you on your spot hidden, there is Barlowe reading off of a scroll. There are it is not a stretch of an imagination to say he has found the Key of Solomon. Here at the end of all things, where it was somehow protected, how you've reached here doesn't bear thinking about. Which of the texts he has, you aren't sure. What you all succeed in noticing, as you are similarly captivated by the enormous eye that is watching you, is there seems to be symbols, almost as though they're etched on the cornea of this eye, barely visible through the sclera and the iris, the pupil, as it moves to absorb the information of this presence that you have invaded its home with. There is some manner of knowledge and some language that you sense, you know, some primeval part of you could understand if you reached out, but in no language of man. Brad, your occult roll gives you a revelation. The Key of Solomon is meant to be in 2 parts. Always said it was in 2 parts. Everyone just assumed it was 2 texts. But perhaps that's not the case. There's the Key of Solomon, the scroll that Alvin Barlowe is reading, and this thing, whatever this is also the Key of Solomon. This is the other half. This is the key. This is the gate. He is the key. He is the gate. Yog-Sothoth is the key. Yog-Sothoth is the gate. This morning, you met an avatar of Nyarlathotep, and now you are being watched by perhaps the greatest among the gods that we dare to name.
Do I still feel like I'm floating, or does it feel like I'm standing on something?
You are floating, but you sense you can move. In the same way, you are blind here, but you can perceive. You have left behind limitations in some way. You have entered a space where things don't have to make sense to work.
All right. As I force myself towards Barlowe, if I can do that with a thought, I'm also going to concentrate on the 2 guns that I'm carrying, and I'm going to open fire on our dear Barlowe.
All right.
Trying to force my will into the guns to become some extension of my thinking, since I'm assuming that half of what happens here is probably psychic as opposed to physically real.
All right. Brad begins to advance. I specifically said you were beyond the range of conventional firearms to hit Barlowe.
That's why I want to use that. I want to use that as a channel for whatever internal energies I can muster. Based on what you've told me.
Right. I am looking to see what is your penalty for firing at extreme range in the game.
The range of a revolver is 15 yards, so 45 feet. And I don't know that there's any. I've got it all here. Range. Point blank gives you a bonus range, but you can't shoot from. There's no point in shooting from beyond the range of a weapon.
All right. So
you will miss.
So unless there is some magical component to this will not work. So that's what Brad is banking on. It's strange
Oh, hey, I'm sorry, Rob. I lied to you. Long range will go up to 30 yards, but he has to have a hard success. Very long range will go up to 4 times, which would be, 60 yards, and he has to have an extreme success.
Okay.
You can do things like brace or use a tripod or whatever to get bonuses.
All right. We are beyond that range for the time
That's
being.
what I figured.
It is strange when you fire, Brad. You are used to and you are expecting, you are craving the report of the revolvers in your hand. But there is no sound. There is a flash of the gunpowder. You feel the recoil as a bullet leaves the barrel. Barlowe stops reading, aware that he is not alone now. Unharmed for the moment, as Brad continues to advance and fire. You don't see his lips move, but a thought intrudes upon all of your consciousnesses simultaneously. I understand now. And so must you. Hank was right. We're so small, so infinitely small. We cannot hope to stop what's coming. Any more than one can fight against the tides. The waves of the ocean will crash down on humanity, upon the earth, upon the known universe. We cannot stop it. Our only hope is to escape it. There are things that dwell far away, that have adapted to life there, and the secrets to doing the same have been discovered and written down by those infinitely wiser than us. You've made it this far. Come with me. Experience an existence beyond our wildest imaginings, and escape an inevitable doom. Surely you must see it.
I hear that too while I'm falling. I assume I'm still falling.
You're all here with Brad.
Oh, okay.
Now, is he speaking or is this just coming into my head?
It is so quiet here. You genuinely think you can hear his thoughts. You think they are audible. Those synapses firing in his brain 100 yards away are reverberating through your ear canals.
Is there any stuff or gear or crap around here? Like, are there crates of their shit or anything like that? Or
They came down here like they weren't coming back. There's just
Gotcha.
what they had on them, and all of them is over there with him.
Gotcha. So they don't think they need shit wherever they're going. Whenever I can, I'm making my way towards Barlowe.
Yep, you can.
Yeah, same.
I'm doing the same, but
At my
I'm
best
thinking
speed.
I'm basically trying to reply to him.
I will say, Travis, first time this campaign, you are not inhibited by your trick leg.
Weird. Okay.
That
Worries me.
You can communicate, Brad.
I basically, with as much spite as I can muster, I say, I plan to take full advantage. I'm just not bringing you with me. And I try to fire again,
All right.
putting as much hatred and as much malice as I can behind it, trying to manifest it in some way.
You may fire in search of extreme successes at the range you are at.
Got it.
While he's shooting, I'm reminding everybody that
And that, God, I wish I could show this. That is an 09.
Ooh. Nice.
So that is my extreme success.
All right, and we're just shooting the one bullet, so we didn't have any penalty dice, right?
Nope.
All right. And there's no penalties for the extreme. You just need to hit extreme for the range, is what Mike was saying.
that is correct.
Okay. You can roll damage on a...
You can make penalties for light or, size, but not in this case. It's
Yep.
just
All right, good stuff. Roll damage on a bullet, Brad.
D10 plus 2.
That is going to be an 11.
An 11. All right. Let me look at something here. I have a wrong bookmark pulled up, if you'll pardon me a moment.
No problem. As we're hobbling that way, Travis unnecessarily reminds everybody that we've been told by 3 different people that Solomon's key is for summoning up bad demons that it then probably can't control.
Yeah.
And
That's what the,
Yog-Sothoth sounds like a lot worse than a demon.
yeah, that's what the other half of the key was supposed to be, was ways to protect yourself from using the information on the other half. Dealer's choice as to which one he's reading.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not really a choice.
Okay. Gonna do that. All right. A bullet tears through space and strikes Barlowe in the shoulder. You see blood in little globs splatter off of him in every direction, with no real sense of gravity. Even the gargantuan thing taking up a hemisphere of your vision doesn't seem to have a gravitational pull, as if it's not entirely there. Anna, what are you doing?
I'm kind of following after Travis, trying to get closer to him. I'm also kind of curious about the men who are floating around him that seem to be dead. I'm trying to look at them and see if I can tell how they became dead and or not heart beating.
Let's see. You can spot hidden or medicine, whichever you want.
Okay, my spot hidden is significantly better, so. Is a 16, which is a hard success.
For spot hidden?
Mhm.
There is a wound. Seems like a stab wound in the same approximate location on each of them. They've been stabbed in the heart.
And this is all of them? There aren't any left, except for the one that floated down with us, I assume? Or ahead of us?
Yeah, no sign of him.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness knows
Okay.
what happened to him.
All right, but it's
Oh.
Barlowe appears to be the only living human.
Yes.
Okay.
And to a man, the others seem to be stabbed in the chest.
So it looks like they were sacrificed.
Once you start stabbing people in the chest, there's probably going to be some manner of struggle you would expect.
Yeah.
Which would get messy and lead to being stabbed other places. That doesn't quite seem to be what happened here. There's not struggle, there's just stabbing and death.
Mm. Interesting. So maybe they stabbed themselves. Weird. Okay. Yeah. Other than trying to figure that out, I'm just trying to get closer to Barlowe to try and stop. Well, okay. Last question.
Mm-hmm.
If I have time amongst my observations, you said when he got shot that some of his blood like came out and was like floating. Did it go anywhere? Like, is it like I don't.
Yeah.
I know. I hope that makes sense.
The impact of the bullet seems to have, like, ripped it away. But it's like if you sprung a leak in a space shuttle. It's just listlessly drifting.
Okay. I was making sure it didn't like absorb into the scroll or something.
No.
Okay.
I mean, fair play.
Yeah.
Barlowe does a thing. Instantaneous. Yep, okay. Brad, I need you to make a POW roll, please.
A POW roll. Alrighty. That is going to be a 35, which is a hard success.
Beautiful. Weirdly enough, I also rolled a 35.
Nice.
I'm going to spend 34 points of luck to turn that into an alt one.
I will also spend 34 points of luck to turn mine into an alt one. Into an alt one.
No, you just gave him 34 more luck though.
Oh yeah, I evened out.
Yeah, but he can't go any lower than alt one. So at least for this roll, I'm okay.
I need. Let's see. Target. Continue flashbacks, not United States following. If I must succeed in an opposed POW roll with the target. I guess a tie wouldn't work then. That's
Would
okay.
that go to whoever has the strongest power?
No, I think that would just end in a moot point. I need you to roll a d6 for me, Brad. This is happening to me, not you.
Alrighty. That's going to be a 2.
A 2. So 1 point of sanity. So Barlowe just seems to look at Brad, to the other two of you. Brad, you feel physically beaten by a non-physical assault. Barlowe's mind crashes into yours like a freight train. The impact threatens to send you reeling. But you hold for now. If the old Barlowe could do something like this, he hit it very well. Otherwise, something has changed about Barlowe since you last saw him. The best way to think of this for us D&D players, a Mind Flayer's ability to just psychically blast everything in front of it. You feel like you were just the victim of that, Brad. Barlowe is coming for your sanity in this moment. And though it didn't work now, he'll probably try again. Why don't? We've had a couple of actions here. This isn't to say that we must fight, but why don't we take it in turns? I don't know if this will be over quickly or not, but I've got 50 luck burning a hole in my pocket, plus what you guys have been giving me, so let's find a way to spend them here real quick. Let's all roll to see who goes first. Dexterity, let me know what level of success you get.
I got a normal success again. Amazing.
Okay.
That's going to be a hard success for me.
Okay.
Extreme.
What is your dex, Brad?
80.
Okay. Anna first, then Barlowe, then Brad, then Travis. Anna,
Yes.
you are approaching Barlowe. There is still distance between you. You can't reach out and touch him, but you were close enough to be interacting with him, depending on how exactly you would like to do that. He has ceased reading the scroll.
Yeah.
It still continues to orbit around him, and this almost Saturn's rings of floating bodies seem to be orbiting around him. It is the only sense of motion or gravitational pull that seems to exist, and it is somewhat inexplicable. And yet there it is. What would you like to do?
Am I close enough to close the distance and then hit him with hypothetically a bat?
I would say Cthulhu doesn't really put numbers on how far you could move, but you are. Does it? Okay.
Yep. So she's probably a 7 or an 8 or a 9 move, which means she can go. That's in, I think, yards. So she can go a long way. Hang on, I didn't know you would need this because we had never done anything tactical before, but I can find it.
I'm very fast.
You're not really moving.
You can move your
feet either.
movement in yards. So she can go. What's your move? Your MOV on your sheet down near your weapons, down kind of the bottom of your first page?
9.
So she can go 9 yards and attack normally, or she can go 45 yards and make one attack at the very end of the round.
9 yards. Okay. And all of our ranges are in yards as well.
Most of them. Some of them just choose to be randomly in feet, I've noticed. But yeah, so she can move 9 yards and attack, or she can go 45 yards, and she's the last person to go with an attack.
I would say we could do that. That is within how close you are to him.
Ooh.
The regular move?
That's the Central Nerd just redeemed some unlucky for Rob.
Man, this has been burning a hole in my pocket this whole time. Y'all keep giving it to me, and I haven't had an excuse to use it. So yes, if you want to make sure you get up close to him, then you will drop in the initiative order, but you can do that.
Okay, yeah. I have a specific plan, so I will take that sacrifice to go last and try to get up on him.
All right. We are back to Barlowe then. Barlowe's just going to do the same old thing to Brad.
Bring it on.
He seems to be the one who has this exclusivity clause that he doesn't want to ascend to the beyond without killing Barlowe. Maybe he can reason with the others when you're cackling in a corner by yourself. So opposed power rolls again.
That is going to be a hard success with a 44.
I got a 41. And I'm going to drop that to an extreme success. You're probably going to do the same thing. And you would actually have to spend more than I spent if we went to a race to Ot 1 again. And I actually have the luck for it.
I can't make it. I can't make it to Ot 1. I could go to extreme, but I can't make it to Ot 1.
Well, I'm not going to base that based on how much luck I do or don't know you have. I'm going to spend Barlowe's luck like Barlowe would spend it. So that's going to tank my this amount of luck to single digits. But
I will bring mine down to an extreme success.
okay. If you want my suggestion, I would just keep that, because
Yeah.
You
Doesn't make
beat-
any-
beat-
as long as
this
you beat
is-
him, that's all you got to do.
this is all or nothing here.
Ah, got it. I wasn't sure if extreme success didn't matter whether it's 01, 02, or whatever. Extreme was extreme.
Let's see. I don't know that either. It just says I must succeed in an opposed power. For the purposes of this, and this is not going to be the end of the world, literally.
The way those typically work, if I recall, if it matters to you, is you roll them. If somebody got a better degree of success than the other, then they win. If you got the same degree of success, then it's whoever beat their number by the most.
Got it.
Well, that's going to be me, because he's
going all out.
he went all the way down. Yeah. So, I need you to lose 5 points of sanity. Just straight up.
Okay.
That is the effect of the spell. The victim of this spell suffers a terrible mental assault, causing a loss of 5 sanity points and inducing temporary insanity. Target is affected by the rules, beginning with a bout of madness, and may continue to suffer from flashbacks and nightmares for days following, if you live that long. So
Basically, it just makes you fail the int roll. Well, actually succeed at the int roll automatically, and you just move right on to temporary insanity.
Yep, we're finally gonna let Brian be insane. It took us, what, 13 sessions? Somewhere in there. 12 games, he says.
I got news for you. I've been playing him like he's kind of insane from the get-go.
I know, right? Now let's go off the deep end here. All right, so
All right.
roll percentile for me, please.
That is going to be a 003.
Are you kidding? Oh,
003.
003.
These dice are kind of hard to read, but I really like these dice.
Right?
They're doing really well for me.
All right. Also roll high-low for me, please.
Just call it, and you roll it, or?
Just tell me if it's high or low side of any die.
Low.
Okay, so we're talking phobias, not manias.
Cool. Oh, actually, I wish I had a mania. Those are more fun.
And then roll a
these are
d10.
more fun. Phobias are easier to play.
Yeah. Roll a d10 as well.
Alrighty. We got 7.
Okay. And what was the result of 3? Oh, this is great.
Yeah, right.
You have a fear of flying, which is incredibly pertinent right now, since you can't touch the floor. Man, that was a good roll for right now. So as you are hurtling yourself towards Barlowe in midair, what you are doing exactly kind of comes full force to the forefront of your mind and becomes unbearable. What if, now that you've started moving, what if you don't stop again? What if you hurtle through the black like you were hurtling through the stars? You would give anything to touch something that wasn't on your person, that wasn't this gun, that wasn't your clothes, anything, any sort of stability. Let's see.
The most stable thing in my vision would be Barlowe himself.
Indefinite, okay. Have you gone below your
Threshold? No.
Okay.
I've lost, I'm close.
All right.
Where am I at? I've lost 15. My threshold's 19.
And with your bout of madness, your compulsion is to flee in panic. You're compelled to get as far away as possible by whatever means are available, even if it means taking the only vehicle and leaving everyone else behind.
Tough, because as far away from what? We're in nothingness.
Yeah, that is. You're gonna have to. We're all looking forward to see how you play that one in just a moment here, because it's about to be your turn.
I can only think of two things, and I'm not going to tell you either one of them.
For the next 3 rounds, that is how you are responding. You want to flee in panic from X. And it's your turn, man.
I'm flying straight for that eye.
To the eye! You know what? It is the stablest looking thing.
It is. It's the biggest, stablest. Maybe it's a portal to somewhere where I won't be flying. I'm going to scream bloody murder and fly as fast as I can towards the middle of that pupil.
You realize that you have no sense of how close or how far it is. Is it this massive because it's close? Is it this massive because it's far away? How big is it really? How long will it take to get there? You don't know, but something about that, even though you know what it is, you have an understanding of how cosmically significant that thing is. Maybe there's some safety in not knowing.
It's the only place where I'm going to get any answers. It's the only place I'm going to get any kind of stability. It's the only place I'm going to escape from this screwed up life that I've been tossed into ever since I first looked at my first book in Arkham University.
There's a lot of good, crazy, insane logic in that.
Yep, I like it. That's perfect for the occult guy too, to just need to go learn a little bit more. That's just basically what my last character did. It's like, yeah, why wouldn't I step through?
That's what
Brad,
I've been wanting to do since the beginning.
It's your turn. Travis, we're to
That's
you.
my turn.
Oh, we got Travis. All right, I've been, however many rounds have passed, I've been trying to make my way to Barlowe's area.
Okay.
I guess I'm in sort of the same boat as Katie.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I will, at the end of the round, I will find myself there to do something.
Okay, so we'll just shuffle you and Hannah around then, right? She went.
Yeah, I'll just
going
go
last
right after her,
and now you're going after last.
Yes. Does my mythos give me any kind of clue as to how best to disrupt whatever Barlowe is doing? And by that I mean, is it more effective to stab him in the brain, or to fuck with the stuff that's floating around his head, or do I think knocking him unconscious would disrupt what he's eating? I'm trying to get a clue, because Travis doesn't know any more than whatever his mythos tells him about that kind of stuff.
I'm curious about that too.
Why don't you roll your mythos, and as you're doing so, tell me, is your objective just to cause what he is doing to fail, or are you hoping to maneuver this to achieve a different end?
Ideally, if I identified an item, the scroll, or one of the doolollies floating around him that was the linchpin, that you couldn't do it without it, whatever, I would want to take possession of that thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. All right, roll the mythos then.
But again, if he's the key, then I will fail. Mike knows he will fail. But then Travis's plan will be, well, I'll just kill him.
Mm-hmm.
But if I think I can just unplug him, then I would do that. Wow. 27 against a 28 mythos.
Dang.
Nice.
I like it when the dice are on side. Your perception of what is happening.
It's the first mythos roll I ever made.
It might be the first mythos in the campaign thus far. I'm not sure. Maybe Katie made
I
it.
rolled it. I rolled it a couple of times.
Well, I know you rolled it. I don't know if you succeeded or not. I don't remember that well.
Once, I think.
Mm.
I don't know.
Based on what he was saying, Travis, your understanding of the mythos. Barlowe is trying to leave the chat. He's on the same server with all of creation, and he wants out. Whatever he is reading in the scroll, he is following some set of instructions to achieve some end, and that end includes, if not is only.
Yeah, I don't think it is only is why I'm doing this. I think, just before you say it, I want to say that I said it. I think he's opening a door that he absolutely could go through, but that something on the other side of the door can come through.
He is absolutely opening a door. And your impression with all of this that's going on is that he doesn't have to physically go through. He is going to transition in this process from being a fallible, mortal, physical being and create and achieve some alternative. Him completing this is the issue. That can be achieved either by removing his set of instructions, assuming he doesn't already know how it ends, or preventing him from finishing whatever he was in the middle of. So, certainly separating him from the scroll would prevent him from continuing unless he read ahead, and then killing him
and was
would
able
be
to retain it. And
yeah. You don't know where in the stage he was. You don't know if he was 2% done or 98% done.
Yeah, but Travis is thinking the reason you need a scroll is to read from it in real time.
Yeah.
This is not the kind of shit you memorize. That's what and I'm mumbling this to Katie as I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm like, we need to take out the scroll or him or both.
And if he did memorize it, but he still needs the scroll, he might literally have to be holding it for it to work.
Yeah, who knows? But I think the
Yeah.
scroll's an easier target than he is.
Yeah.
I think that is a logical conclusion, and I, as the keeper, do not feel the need to correct you when you rolled well.
Okay. All right. Well, when I get there, I'll do stuff.
Okay. Hannah, you are now up, and then it will be back to Travis.
All right. In closing the distance between me and Alvin Barlowe, I am intending to attempt to go back to my roots a little bit, to back to the mob days,
And pick a lock.
and swing this bat right across his wrists
Okay.
and break a few bones.
All right.
And get that scroll flying out of his fingers.
He is in melee with you now. He has the option to fight back or dodge.
It wasn't possible for me to be approaching him stealthily, right?
Yeah,
I would imagine
very
not.
impossible.
Yeah.
He is going to
outrun.
Yeah.
I just thought maybe because his mind was like busy attacking Brad's mind, like maybe he's not like looking at me.
Especially when all of your heartbeats are war drums right now. He's going to try and dodge.
Okay.
He achieves a regular level of success.
Well, I rolled a 16,
Hmm.
but that is still just a regular success.
Since he is
Uh,
dodging, that would mean that he neatly avoids your blow. Unless...
Can I use luck points to push this down a bit, please?
You can. You want to spend real luck or Elder Sign luck?
I will spend Elder Sign luck plus real luck.
Okay.
I'll use the 10 in the Elder Sign and an additional 2 to take it down to an extreme success. Or level 5.
So, bats don't do impaling strikes, but you will clobber his wrists here. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Let me find my D4 real quick. There it is. Okay. So a total of 6?
6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You deal 6 points of damage to him. You bring the bat crashing down. You see that right wrist, the one closest to you, just get pulverized beneath the skin. And the rest of the hand just attached to nothing. It's useless. You hope he's leaving his physical form behind, because there's a lot of things he's not going to be able to do now with what he's got left.
I ain't worried about that.
All right. Well done. And we circle back to Travis quickly.
All right, so did he, like, is the scroll just floating around him, or is he holding it and now dropped it, or how did that go?
So when I gestured earlier, and we'll go with that as my baseline, he's like holding the end, and the paper is like twisted around him, and he's been going along with that right index finger, which is now a puddle inside of his hand. Like reading along and keeping his place.
Okay. So he's still got a hand on it.
Yes.
He just doesn't have his place finger
he's
available anymore.
He's probably got other things on his mind, but he's still physically touching it.
Got it. So my desire, cinematically here, is to bring the sword down through the scroll and into his shoulder.
Okay.
Whatever it requires of me to make it harder to basically stab him through the scroll, but slash him through the scroll.
All right.
And I'm about to, I'm perfectly prepared for the scroll to be as hard as steel or whatever. But Travis is thinking, you never know with this shit. But he figures that's his best first move. If it works, it's going to be nice.
So he is now outnumbered, because he has just been attacked in melee twice. So you have a bonus die to pull this off.
All right. Do I get a penalty die for trying to hit 2 things or try to strike through? Because I really want to damage both.
I'm going to say no.
Okay. I'm not arguing with you.
It's
just giving
more
you
of
the
a
chance.
visual barrier, unless it turns out that this thing is strong as steel.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay. All right, here we go. Well, that's going to succeed. I rolled a 30 on both the dice. So a 32 is a hard success with my sword skills, because I'm good with a sword.
A hard success. The paper is paper.
I can roll.
Hmm?
Before you tell me what happens, I am going to just go ahead and say that I use my ability Heavy Hitter. I spend 10 luck to do an additional melee damage die.
An additional melee
So,
damage.
however much damage I do, I am doing a D8 more.
Beautiful. Okay.
I'm running out of luck. But anyway, go ahead. And I didn't mean to interrupt your thing. I just didn't want you to say the following happens and not know that I did
Oh, no.
buku damage.
The magic of the scroll is in its contents, not in its makeup.
Yep.
Your sword slides through it like a sword cutting through paper, exactly as one would expect. However, you do not succeed in striking Barlowe. So I am going to spend my unlucky pool to use a cool pulp ability that I've been looking forward to spending this entire time. I forget the cool name of it. It's a great...
It's called Lookout Master.
Lookout Master!
Oh.
That's the one. So it's meant to be used on living minions, but luck is on the side of Barlowe right now. As you are bringing your sword down, it manages to cut through your initial intended target. But before it makes it to Barlowe, one of those orbiting bodies just kind of drifts into the shot and takes the blow for Barlowe. And I've finally gotten rid of this thing that's been sitting up here all...
You've had like 3 or 4 more bought for you.
I know.
But it was a lot.
Yeah, that was 50. Remember, mine's worth 5 times what you guys is worth. That was 50 luck that I burned to do that. And he can't afford to be hit like that from Travis Cole. But he psychically shrieks like someone had cut him when he sees the key be cut through like this. It's frustration and anguish, and in a sense, hopelessness. Like, it's a sound that is not a sound, but expresses devastation beyond what you think normal mortals walking the face of the earth with a limited understanding of the shape of the universe can express.
He's cosmically disappointed.
Yeah. He has been...
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
The hope that something might one day matter for Alvin Barlowe has been extinguished.
I'm going to let Holdren know that I actually did 14 points of damage to the paper and the dead minion.
Somewhat in the interest of time, but somewhat because of the roleplay of it all. Barlowe's entire body goes limp, like his now destroyed right hand. You hear him thinking, maybe it can be salvaged. Maybe it can be saved. It's not too late. We can live. We can flee. There must be something. There has to be something. Has to. Anna. Back to the top of the pile.
Oh, like what do I... Oh, gosh.
Yeah, remember, you're first. You just happened to wait till the end.
Right. Well, we just cut this paper in half, and he's gone limp, and he's like panicking. Is anything else happening? Like cosmically around us? Is the
Travis is digging his sword out of a guy. Brad's
Right.
off that way now.
Okay.
There's no visual change. There's no explosion. There's no column of fire. It's all quite anticlimactic, almost.
Okay.
What is the
Can I
Said it.
what
see-
is the quote that the universe ends not with a bang but with a whisper?
With a whimper.
A whimper.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
But it's all quite sane now.
Yeah. Can I see if I can take away can I grab the pieces of the two torn halves of the key?
Yeah, you prevent them from going off. You have hold of them.
Okay. I'm gonna like kind of fold those up and put them in my pocket.
That'll take a while. I may have underplayed how long this scroll is.
Oh, okay. I was thinking literally like a piece of.
No,
Yeah.
we're talking like what Jiraiya carries around on his back.
Oh, okay, okay. I'll just
He's got it
Roll them up
unrolled
then.
and it's trailing off into the distance.
I'll just roll it up then.
Okay. You'll be here for a sec.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what else to do at the moment. Unless I would this be a moment where I ask for like an idea roll, like what we could do to leave this place potentially?
I don't think you
Does
need
my
an idea
occult
roll.
knowledge?
What you could do to leave this place is what Barlowe was doing,
Oh.
reading the scroll.
Do I know how to do that and not accidentally summon a giant demon lord and terrorize the whole planet?
Well, first of
Damn.
all,
I'm gonna have to kill you too.
do you read Hebrew?
Get off of me. Do what?
Do you read Hebrew?
No, just Latin.
Then no.
Do any of us read Hebrew? I don't think so.
One of you does.
Okay, not Barlowe. That's the only way to leave? Is with the scroll?
You think that if you drift at the speed that you are drifting now towards anything you can see, you may well starve before you reach it.
Okay. I don't have an idea. Can we like pass and then come back to me?
Yep. Brad, you
I
are
can't think of anything else.
you are fleeing towards the eye. With this thing framing your vision, it is the totality of your existence in this moment. Those symbols have taken on some new clarity. Those almost invisible runes on the surface of the eye, or perhaps behind it. Maybe this is the madness talking, but you think they start to make sense to you. In that eye is an invitation. Maybe an ultimatum. That there is a way out. But not a way of your choosing. You don't get to choose where the gate takes you. You can only open it. But the gate is before you.
All in.
The eye shuts. And Travis, as you see the eye's lids begin to move, how fast they must be moving, but how slow they seem to close. And as the lids close, you lose sight of Brad Xavier.
But the eye is still there.
Yes.
Are you saying it's my turn?
I'm not saying that, but it is.
Okay, sorry.
But it is.
Being quiet. Well, I think Barlowe goes before me if he's going to do anything, or besides whimper. Is he just whimpering?
He's just whimpering.
Alrighty,
He is trying to come up with a plan B.
Yeah. I've got a multi-skill call here that you can just adjudicate. But my intention is to go over to him while he is discombobulated. And try to psycho persuade him of what a terrible idea this is. And how that portal, if he opened it, has to be closed. That it can't be left here. I don't give a shit if he wants to go through it. I tell him, look, Brad just went through it. You can go through it. Get the hell out of here. But we need to understand how to make it gone once you're gone. Because things can come in from the other side and we don't want them to. And I'm trying to get him to behave rationally and maybe just kind of understand that I'm going to kill him if I don't like his answer.
Wow,
Because
how to boil that down.
In Travis's head, this guy's the only person in the room that can speak Hebrew. So this scroll isn't a danger if he's dead. And if me and Hannah spend the rest of our lives floating in a void until we starve to death, then that's just the price the world paid. That we paid to save the world or whatever. But as far as I can tell, this portal is here already. So I'm trying to close the gap on my personal knowledge as to why he hasn't already left, if one can leave through it.
So this
If he
sounds
doesn't
like
give
the
me
most...
good answers, if he's not cooperative, then I'm just going to start beating him.
So this is probably the best persuade roll we're going to make in the campaign. Is you are applying reason in a very unreasonable situation.
Exactly.
Hannah, you are listening to all of this, by the way. If you have any comment on the Travis plan, you can voice it at any time.
Travis plan is better than the plan that I had, which currently was nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I say it out loud. I make sure you understand. My plan might result in me and you being here forever.
Well, we only need one person to close the portal.
Say, did somebody bring a pack of cards or anything to
Exactly.
kill eternity?
Hmm.
So, Travis, you can make a roll. If, Hannah, you are in support of this, you can roll with a bonus die.
Yeah, I'm in support of it.
All right. This is literally my best skill that I almost never get to use. So this is even better than my spot hidden.
Hey, Raiders.
See how it goes. A 17 against a 77 is 2 points away from being an extreme success. I needed a 15 for an extreme, but it is hard. And I will gladly spend 2 luck to make it extreme before you even say anything.
Barlowe is elated that there is a chance that he can achieve what he came here to do. He just has to make sure there is a way to clean up the mess before he goes. There's a way to close the door before he steps through. He reveals he doesn't know what happened to Brad. by the way. Brad did not do whatever Barlowe was trying to do. Barlowe is trying to... He uses the word ascend. He wants to be like the great consequential beings beyond time and space. And he believes that with both halves of the key, that is possible. And he invites that there is no reason you have to stay here floating in space. You could ascend with him. We could close. Said we can close from the other side. This whole universe is fucked whether or not you close this door. And he tries to impress that upon you in a petitioning way, saying, "Look, you're delaying the inevitable. Why not?
Yeah,
why not?"
I don't have any of it. I don't let him finish. I'm like, you're going down the wrong path to survive and get to do what you want to do. So you really ought to focus on what I want to do.
Well, he asks Hannah if he can have access to the scroll again. He says, "I will teach you this part." And we have all the time in the world. I can teach you to read Hebrew before we do this, if you want. If you can learn it before you starve, I can teach you what you need. But here's the thing. I've done everything I needed to do. I have intoned the words. I have made the sacrifices to finish what I started. If you wish to close the gate I open, another sacrifice will be required. He reaches out with that good left hand and takes a knife from the hands of one of the floating corpses around him.
I say, well, teach her to read Hebrew. Let's see if you really are good at that. Teach her that part.
Travis, I hate to speak against myself here, but you would learn it much faster than I.
That's probably true.
You can remember anything you see instantly.
The one who is sacrificed will receive the mercy. The other of you will remain.
Understood. Teach me Hebrew.
Barlowe opens
I
the
start
scroll.
using my eidetic thing and showing him how fast I can learn.
He does sit here. You spend hours, maybe days, sitting here as he teaches you what he feels you need to know or anything that you are interested in knowing.
So I've got a couple of things going on here. Super perceptive. I'm obsessed with written words, specifically books, but I think the scroll probably counts. And I haven't bothered to share that with anybody in this moment, but I'm reminding you of it. And I'm better at the mythos than most. The second, I think I have a 70% chance to understand how this thing works. Tell me. If I have to make a roll between now and then, let me know, but otherwise, just let me know.
So, when you say how this thing works, you mean have a mastery of Hebrew, or you mean know the scroll is capable of?
How to flip the switch on the gate. I'm
okay.
Very curious about what the scroll is capable of. I don't share that with Hannah. Anything I say out loud seems to be focused entirely on gate management.
So, this aspect, what the scroll is capable of doing is drawing the attention of Yog-Sothoth,
right,
and or similar entities from the mythos, and then petitioning them to do a favor for you, essentially. The thing is, if you do it improperly, or if you have not or you're not wearing the correct vestments, or you haven't made the correct sacrifices, or isn't the right part of the celestial calendar, then you are not protected, and they are under no obligation to do anything that you said. Apparently, in order for him to ascend in the way that he wishes to ascend, step 1 was come to the edge of the universe, and step 2 was kill 12 guys. Sacrifice them to Yog-Sothoth. You have a handle on that.
The handle I'm trying to get is what's required to shut this whole thing down. Shut down this whole enterprise.
Gotcha. We'll say...
I will continue to give lip service to telling people whatever I think they want to hear. But my only goal is to understand how to shut all this down.
How to shut all this down would be to make a sacrifice.
Right.
To
I'm
Yog-Sothoth.
clear on that.
And basically ask him to either undo what he just did, or to essentially free him from being at the behest of who has... Not free him, like, cosmically, but, like, free him from being at the beck and call and the behest of whoever has beckoned him.
Right. He's no longer bound. Do I think I know how to do that now?
At this stage,
Generally?
yeah, we will say that in a part of the process, you have achieved that.
Then I kill Barlowe as my sacrifice.
Easily done.
Okay.
With the sword?
Yeah. I drag it across. I act like I'm thinking, and I'm like trying to repeat some Hebrew, and then I just grab his hair and slit his throat. And then I start reading the words to close it. I wink at Hannah and I say, we got a little bit of whiskey left. I think we're going to be here a while.
We brought enough for the end of the world.
When you slit Barlow's throat, the eye opens again. You find yourself staring into it for the 3rd time. There is... Once again, you get that feeling that you had in that flaming vortex of being completely dissected, whittled down to your constituent parts, and understood.
Really seen.
An entity such as this has no love for being at the beck and call of something such as yourself, even if the outcome is entertaining. Yog-Sothoth decides to reward you freeing it in a manner that it finds pleasing. Travis and Hannah. The sun is green. The earth is pink. The trees, if trees they are, look like nothing you've ever seen. Tall stalks, leafy boughs that look, frankly, more like feathers. The air smells like ashes. And there's a hum in the air whose source you can't detect. You are somewhere. You are not nowhere. But there is no telling where that somewhere is. Or frankly, when. As for Brad, in some measure succeeded where Barlowe failed. He has escaped. He is not where the old ones will one day visit their wrath upon the dreams of Azathoth. But he has not ascended. In fact, if anything, his existence may just have become more trivial. But one thing is certain. Brad Xavier, now more than ever, understands the way of the universe. For now, that is where we are going to have to leave our little Miskatonic Misadventure.
Excellent ending, man. That was great.
Plot twist, plot twist, plot twist. It's fun. Man, Cthulhu just needs to be all endings, dude. Like, crazy, inexplicable crap happening.
Serve me up something like you just got to have a sacrifice. One of you will have to go. And I'm like, you're right. One of us will.
That's excellent. Guys, Brad it's sort of appropriate that he was able to check out of the story a little bit there. Brian has a job, and it requires him to be available after 10, so we pushed it a little past beyond his availability. Appreciate you guys hanging around with us, and we appreciate him not breaking my overlay while he gets back to work. Thank you, TL Holdren, for dropping a couple of gift subs in for Monkey Man and Nurse Wiggles over from the Playotic Games channel. Thank you to Playotic Games for the raid. 15 people coming over. Nurse Wiggles is a follower now. Good to have you here, hun. And thank you, Monkey Man, for cheering the 100 bits. Appreciate you guys being here and celebrating the finale with us. I don't know if you knew it was the finale, but this is the last Cthulhu we're running for a little bit. We're going to take a break for the summer for sure. Thank you to my returning incredible players, Katie and Mike, continuing to do Cthulhu with me ever since Excelsior, even playing some familiar faces. Hope you guys had fun. Thanks for playing Pulp, my first time running Pulp for anybody. Sorry to have you as aliens in an unknown world.
That's ideal. That's great. That was a
That's
success.
sad.
We
It's
saved
not-
the world and got Solomon's key. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's not slowly dying hungover in space, so.
Yeah. And hey, you understand 70% of Hebrew and still have the key with you. Maybe you aren't stuck there. Well, it is a little past our normal quitting time. I guess we can't raid Playotic Games tonight since they all came over here. So let's find a new place to go. Keep the fun train rolling for people. I should say I will probably be back on Mondays, probably doing something simple for the meantime. We started a vault in Fallout Shelter last night. We might go back there. It's populated by people from the chat. I've already killed 2 of them on accident. I'm very sorry. But there will continue to be content on Monday nights. It just won't be us awesome people playing a role-playing game together for a while.
Really enjoyed the chat tonight. You guys were entertaining.
Oh, you guys are the best.
Yeah.
Good point. You know what? Our buddy Rob, Rifle Stud, is playing some Cult of the Lamb right now. And that just seems like a great place to send Cthulhu players and enjoyers. Go watch more cult stuff. So we're going to head over to see Rifle Stud. He is our Wednesday night dungeon master. Kicking it with the game right now. Go over and say hi to him. What should we say? Ask him about his demon hamster. No idea what he'll say to that. Very gonna look forward to it. But we're gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you again for being awesome. In case you don't hear it anywhere else this week, always remember that we love you guys. And are so grateful that y'all love us back. See you next time!